Good evening, one and all. It's Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of 2023. We're going to stop with the whole first of the year stuff. In any case, it's time for us to jump in to a little bit more on Warframe. Hello and welcome, one and all. I hope everything's coming through nice and clearly today. I mean, it should do, but let's make sure, shall we? How's everyone doing? Welcome on in, one and all. Who have we got here today? We've got Hawk. Hello there, Hawk. Hello there, Ladybug. Hello, HGO. Hello, Maximage. Hello, Ronald. Hello, Korokop. Hello, Spicy Sphincter. That is quite the name, isn't it? Yeah, that's, wow. All caps as well, just to really make sure to drive it home. Hello there, Flowing Thoughts. How are we all doing? Hello there, Gorilla. Hello, Chick Noodle. Hello, Mr. Gant. I'm going to miss some names here because we're getting more and more people in that start streams. I love this. Hello there, T1 Trickster. Hello, Mr. Badman. Hello, Daitai. Have I got everyone? I think I've got all the names up there now. Maybe I missed some. There's Mark is here now. Mark is also here. Mark is here. Hello, Mark. Hello, 02. Most things don't have to be unique. I mean, technically every username is unique. That's kind of how they work, but I get it. How's that Morgan performing? Got around to trying it yet? I have not, Flowing Thoughts, no. I have a heck of a lot on my plate. A heck of a lot. And so I have not quite got around to that as yet. But, I mean, that's to be expected when you have a look at some of the things I haven't got around to just in general. Like, various bits and pieces kind of sit to the wayside. There are gaps all throughout here. I'm only on 622 out of 688. There are bits I'm missing. So I'll get around to it. I appreciate you making it a lot easier to get around to it, but yeah. Is the title an indication or a warning? It's an indication. It's a reference to the survey I put out. In case you've missed it, and if you have, you're living under a rock as far as this channel is concerned, so, you know, you do you. But in case you missed it, I put out a survey for a little over 24 hours, and in that time, I got over 1,200 responses. Which is a lot to say. It wasn't just a one quick question survey. No, this was a 5-minute please enter your mastery rank, hours played, resources, credit card number, social security number kind of thing. Well, okay, maybe not the last two, but you get the point. There was a lot of detail in there. Over 1,200 responses is more than expected and very, very welcome. After I've closed it, have been comments from yet more people saying, oh, but I wanted to be part of it, and even going so far as to claim that not only did I shut it too soon, but I shut it too soon and with an insufficient sample size. Let me tell you, 1,200 is definitely a sample size to be happy with. Chill. It's you know, it's quite substantial to have that many people respond. So to those of you who did, minus 19% of you, thank you very much. You missed out on the survey. Not to worry, it's not a survey where you need to worry about being part of it. It's a survey where it is getting information that I can use to further inform the content I create to bring better videos to you. Videos which don't miss a beat. Videos which don't talk down to people who have already got all the stuff. Videos which don't talk past things which are actually hurdles that need to be addressed. So some of the questions, some of the specifics of the particular resources I've asked about might seem a bit strange to people here or there, but that's because I'm not explaining why I'm asking, I'm just asking, and the explaining will be in the videos that are to come. And I'll be honest, I do think that the next video I put out will be the best video I make in 2023. Certainly it'll be, I believe that it'll be one of the most important videos, or one of the most broadly applicable videos of 2023, which is kind of crazy to say, seeing as it'll be the second video of the year. First, if you don't count the fact that the first one went out actually just on the turn at the end of last year. Korokop, thank you very much for gifting a sub over to Crown Ladybug and also the Hydrate. You're a double legend. Thank you very much. Cheers. As wonderful as ever, Korokop. But yeah, I know we're really early into 2023, literally the first week of it, but honestly, it's a biggie. It is a biggie that I'm addressing. This is the culmination of a hell of a lot of research, simulations, all kinds of different bits of statistics, mathematics, bringing it all together, all kinds of holistic comparisons, the survey details. A hell of a lot has gone into this. Quite frankly, I'm not sure that anyone else can produce a video along this line to the level of detail that I will be bringing to you. And I'm not even going to bring out all of the detail. I'm going to bring it in a video format, which means, of course, a lot of the really pithy stuff is going to be resigned over to the Patreon side of things. So yeah, it's going to be a biggie. It's going to be a biggie. I'll see exactly how long it takes me to make it, because of course there is all of that lot to filter through, script, put together, record, and present. And I hope it does really, really well. If it doesn't, I will be sad, and then I will make the next video anyway. I'll make this next video anyway. I'm not going to release what it's about at this point, though. You'll have to wait and see on the release. I don't want to give any spoilers as to the actual nature of that video. So I'm just going to hold that there. I'm just going to hold that there for now. But you'll see in short order, because it will be the very next video on the channel, unless something crazy happens. Which I doubt. So yeah. Ronald said, first run after your stream gives me a toxic vehicle head glitch. Hey, there you go. Success all around, Ronald. Success all around. For those of you curious as to the whole 19% of Warframe players can't read, I'm going to assume that 80% of you watching right now actually read that title. Maybe not, but there we are. I can hope. Of the 1,200-ish surveys I received, I had to throw out 19% of them. I think actually it's closer to 20%. I'm rounding down to 19%. I had to throw out 19% of them for having highly suspicious answers. Answers where I go, the chances of this being a real entry are vanishingly slim. Vanishingly slim. There are still some entries left in there which are suspicious, but only to a point where I go, we can let that one slide, maybe. It looks bad, but you know what? We have to make a cutoff point somewhere, and I've chosen to at least give the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But I say, genuinely hope mine wasn't thrown out. Well, Gorilla, if you follow the instructions, then there is a less than 0.1% chance yours was thrown out. If you followed the instructions, there is a less than 0.1% chance yours was thrown out. That's how strict the filters were in trying not to throw out legitimate information. And considering that there was only 1,200 entries, 0.1% means that, on average, I might have thrown out 1, maybe 2 legitimate entries. What kind of stuff got thrown out? Do I have examples? Oh, I have examples. I'm very glad you asked. One moment whilst I bring up the responses I've got here. I'm not going to show the actual spreadsheet of stuff on screen. Frankly, I don't want to flashbang you with just a spreadsheet. That is a waste of your time. But let me give you an example as to some of the stuff that I disposed of. Let me find one of the highest rated ones for suspicions factor. How about the person that entered in an entry which suggested that their mastery rank was 32. Congratulations, you got all the way to the end of the game. But in order to get to that point, they have a game time of 256,000 hours. 256,000 hours in Warframe they wanted to claim. Let me just type this into Google real quick. I am going to flashbang you guys just to switch over to this screen. Let me just do this. Why not? Flashbang incoming. 3, 2, 1. Boom. What day was it 256,000 hours ago? Will Google... Google's not smart enough to do that. Google's not smart enough to do that. So, 256,000 hours in days. Let's do it this way. Is that many... What day was it this many days ago? Ooh. Take out the decimal. There we go. That many days ago, it was the 22nd of October, 1993. I can tell you with absolute certainty that no one has been playing Warframe 24/7 since October 1993, and that's actually rounded down slightly because they put over 256,000. Was I even born then? Yes, I was. Garthop. I was, yes. I'm not as young as I look. That's an unfortunate fact. I'm not as young as I look. Actually, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Bro to your mate. In any case, it is clear that that person was incorrect. Now, you might think, oh, Ken, maybe you're being a little bit harsh, okay? It was a typo. Yeah, they put in a couple hours too many. You know, they shouldn't have typed like that. They clearly messed up. But you'd think, okay, maybe that was a typo. But then, this doesn't just have a suspicion score because of that. The suspicion score continues because they managed to acquire, according to this survey, at the point that they submitted it, 100 of every single resource I asked about. They had 100 Nama Isoplast, and also 100 Kuva, and 100 Alloy Plate, and 100 Anomaly Shards. 100 of each. Why the fuck would you spend your time to submit a survey that is so blatantly bullshit? Why? I can understand going, oh, I don't want to submit the survey. I can understand getting tired of looking at resources and whatnot and just quitting out. I can understand a variety of different things. But from the very start of the survey, submitting so patently obvious bullshit. Why? Why? Did this person put a comment at the end? Did they answer either of the commentary questions? Yes, they did. Cool. I'm not going to read it. I don't care what that person has to say. They put information in the final two boxes where you get to free chat about what are you currently farming or struggling with and what did you find easy. And I genuinely do not care what that person had to say because that person did not care what I had to say. So I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it myself. I'm not going to read it out to you. That person does not deserve to get even a lick of airtime beyond mocking the absolute shit stain that was their submission. If you want me to care, care. I've already done my bit. That's how I care about it. Because it's not just one person. It's 19% of the entries. They're not all that crazy. They're not all that crazy, but the number of people who just decided to throw in some random numbers. Let me see here. Yep, there's someone who claimed to have precisely 1 million alloy plate. Now, the chances of that are so vanishingly slim in itself, it's already highly suspicious, but then they also have exactly 1,000 neural sensors, and exactly 200 Nitane extracts, and exactly 400 Orokin cells, and no, fuck off. When I say, don't estimate, put the exact numbers, this was the only bold text on the survey. Do not estimate. If you can't even listen to me on that, fuck off. Don't submit the survey. So this is why I say 19% of people can't read, because 19% of people couldn't read the one bit of bold text on the entire survey. And it's not like there was any kind of giveaway. There was no incentive to do this survey. I gave no incentive. I gave nowhere to put your username. If someone's put their username in any of the two end boxes, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because I'm not going to use usernames for anything. I'm not naming and shaming. I don't want the ability to name and shame on this. I just wanted the data to be able to help the videos I produce for you guys. So those who have submitted bogus answers literally just wasted their time. Literally. Fishtrophic, no, that's absolutely not okay. Absolutely not okay, because I can't tell the difference between someone who rounded off to the nearest 1,000 and someone who went, this sounds about right. So if you rounded, you did it wrong. I told you not to estimate. I told you to give the exact number. If you decided to put the zeros on the end, you failed to read, you are in the 19%, your survey has been thrown out for being bullshit. And if I'm coming across a bit harsh there, it's not just you, it is literally a couple hundred people that have done that. To varying degrees. I have set up multiple algorithms assessing the suspicion score of every person who submitted a survey here. The submission score is such that if someone scores a 2, I'm going to very carefully check it over. If they score a 3, I'm just throwing that out straight away. That is a high score. One person scored 28. 1,200 S3, 1,200 entries. One person scored a 28 on my algorithm's suspicion score, where 3 is already, I'm instantly throwing it out for being bullshit. It's just, yeah. Grilla's saying, we'll say nanospores in my components list is capped at 909,909. Actually, it's not capped at that. It's just in one particular part of the game. If I show you here, also Alloy Plate has that same issue. I could tell everyone high level that went here to check their components. I can tell everyone who did that because they put 999,999 for their Alloy Plate. Whereas many other people actually went into here, they went into their inventory. And in here, you can see the exact value. So I can tell who went there, and that's fine. My filters picked that up and went, yep, no, that's okay. We've seen that. So if anyone's done that, not a problem. The filter recognizes, yep, that's how the game shows it to you. You're okay. You know what the game doesn't show it to you as? A fucking round number. If you open up the Warframe companion app on your phone, it doesn't give you a round number. I checked that as well to be certain. I know how this looks, and so I know that anyone who decided, oh, I could type in the 3 extra numbers on the end, or I could just hit 0 3 times rather than just continue reading the screen, go away. No. Curious what's the most complaining thing? I haven't gone through all of the text entries so far. I haven't gone through all the text entries at this point, no. Did anyone wonder how many people saw that and wrote 1 million? Well, if they did, they estimated. Because they saw an answer on their screen and they decided, you know what? I'm going to give a different answer. I'm going to change that answer because I don't know how to read the screen. Those people get filtered out. Yeah, there's a companion app for Warframe. Allows you to do all kinds of interesting things, like, for example, deploy extractors. So over here on the Zaraman, which, by the way, you can deploy an extractor on, this one here, I actually deployed that through the companion app whilst testing to see exactly how it looked. So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah. You can absolutely use a companion app for a variety of different bits and pieces to help you out with Warframe, basically administration. Basically. Let me see, what other bits and pieces have we got here? So, suspicion rating 11. This person claimed to have exactly 1,000 hours in the game. It is surprising. When I got 1,200 responses, it is surprising how many people managed to have exactly 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 hours in the game. Not 1,012 or 1,694 exact multiples of 1,000. Because statistically speaking, you have less than a 0.1% chance of having an exact multiple of 1,000 hours in the game. It is less than 0.1%. But I had many people responding with exactly that value. Oh, I know, Esprit. I went to the point of saying, this is the specific value I'm asking for. Not Steam, not on PlayStation Dashboard, or wherever else you might find it. Not up your arse and to the left. No, the exact place I gave it. And people still went, I've done about 1,000 hours. Let me just put that down. Fuck off. Every time. There may be someone out there with exactly 1,000 hours has been filtered out. The chance of that is, again, less than 0.1%. Otherwise, no. But this person here with a suspicion rating of 11, not only did they put that down, they've got all kinds of issues all over the place here. Like, for example, having having exactly 50,000 titanium, 20,000 oxium, and yet only 5 orokin cells, and 0 kuva. All kinds of things flagging up there, comparisons and whatnot, going, oh, no, it's not really likely, is it? No. Mark saying I had 4,001 at the moment to complete a survey. Hey, let me find your exact survey then. Mark, let me find your exact survey. Now I know you had exactly 4,001. The chance of 2 people having that is low enough to say no. So let me do a quick find for 4,001, match exact value. There are no entries matching 4,001. Mark, you liar! I just searched the entire listing. All responses. I'm going to double check. I'm going to go to the very, very raw data now. This one always struggles to load because there's just so many answers in here and it's not optimized on this section. Let me check that again. Find 4,001 hours. No entries matching. Oh boy, yeah. If you submitted it, if you were able to complete the survey and hit submit, it was not too late. I'm literally looking at the entire list of responses here. So if you were able to submit your entire survey, you got to the end, you put the final 2 paragraphs, or final 2 boxes, or put nothing in them and hit the final submit, it would be here. So you did something wrong, Mark. If you were able to start filling in boxes, because if you got to the survey after I closed it, it just pops up, it's closed. And a little bit more explanation. If you actually could see the survey and you put in a number, you didn't put in 4001. I can tell you that for a fact, because otherwise it would be here in front of me right now. As I'm scrolling, the 226th response I received said they had exactly 4,000 hours in the game. Funny how many people claim that. Where's the survey? Survey is now closed, I say. 19% is kind of low. 19% is actually kind of close. It's a little bit higher than the percentage of people in the UK, percentage of adults, who actually read at a mid to low primary school level. We're talking single digit age. Yeah. It is crazy. I didn't expect there to be 19% here thrown out. And that's not because people can't read, it's because people chose not to read. 19% of people either put in bogus stuff or otherwise just decided to do it differently to what I asked. And it's like, come on. Come on. Body Electric, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Now, that's someone who can read. They read where the subscriber Prime button was. They got themselves that free subscription straight from their Amazon Prime. Body Electric, you're amazing. Thank you, dude. Enjoy your lovely new blue badge, your access to support a T-Lounge, your emotes, and your ad-free viewing here on Twitch. Hawk saying people are probably just lazy. Oh, let me find the one. You say that, and you're right, but let me find the one that is incredibly lazy. There was someone so impressively lazy that my filter didn't just flag it. It flagged it and said, are you sure this person didn't have a stroke or something? The filter just straight up just marked this one as, no, this isn't going to be real, is it? This guy's a fake. Let me find that one, because I've still, as I say, got 1,200 different entries to scroll through to find this one. This was a beautiful one. Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Andrew. Thank you very much for subscribing onto 6 months. You're up on the gold badge, Andrew. Gold badge. Thank you very, very much for continuing your support here. You're amazing, dude. Cheers. Cheers, indeed. Esprit saying, do we get something back if our survey was deemed as bunk? No, Esprit. Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't have your emails. I have no way of tracking who submitted what survey without knowing your exact details that you submitted. Without being able to match up a detail like that, nothing. No way knowing. Why? One person here rated as extremely suspicious entry. They have exactly 600 hours in the game, but that's not the most suspicious bit. The most suspicious bit is that this person claimed to have 10 million fist. 10 million! No! No one has 10 million fist! Did you think I wouldn't notice? Absolute lemon. These surveys, every single one of these, it's not where someone got partway through and then gave up. They had to get to the end and hit submit in order for me to receive this. And the resource details were before the section about which of these Warframes have you built, purchased, are farming, or have yet to start farming. This was in the first half of the survey and people are putting in some bullshit. Mark, there is resources you can get into 10 millions of. Yeah. There are some other resources you can get into, but it ain't Thist. It absolutely is not Thist. Where is this really where is this particular response? There's one response. I want to get... there. I think I just found it. Yeah, okay. So this was an interesting one. This is an interesting one. But first, we got an essay here from Pixel Piranha. Devil's Advocate, the more varied resources a person has, the more of a truly massive ball like Warframe's inventory UI is about it. Exactly how many resources were you asked about? 14. And they're in alphabetical order, and you can search them all. Could be dealing with an odd carrot stick combo where sunk cost pushes for in-name only survey completion, while laziness pulls towards sloppy completion methods. Wrestling with that UI for too many resources could just make about anyone at least consider cutting corners. Pixel Piranha, I made it clear at the start, don't use estimates, and there's only 14 resources to
Excellent
enter.
Work, Tenno. This will help.
That was on the person for being lazy. Yo, Esprit! Why is the bot not reading that? Why is the bot not reading that? That's not a reasonable comment. But anyway, Esprit posting with 200 bits. Choo choo, here comes the hype train to clear the tracks from the muck and grime of all this bullshit. Esprit, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the 200 bits there. I really don't know why the bot didn't read that out. Maybe it was because the word bullshit. Yeah, profanity filter. It's going to be bullshit. Oh well. I'll read it for you. I'll be profane today. I'll be profane. What's the system number cap is he using? Daitai, it's well above 1 million. Well above. Awesome, Mr. Badman. Thank you very much for resubscribing onto 3 months with your Prime. You're on a silver badge. You're awesome, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Badman. Cheers, cheers, cheers. 3 months. Yeah, survey is closed. So cop this one, chat. I'm not showing you up on screen because, again, all these details are hiding away for now. But cop these details.
Here, how about we use bullcrap, you absolute muppet.
Apparently where you can use bullcrap. Esprit, thank you very much for another 200 bits on that there. And Korokop, a gifted sub over to Spartan God specifically. Korokop, I really do appreciate that as well. To the both of you. Cheers. Do appreciate that. So cop this, chat. Here's one that stood out because my filter said, nope, this person definitely lied. At the start of the survey, they were filling things out correctly. They put down their mastery rank, just good old standard mastery rank. They put down their hours, and they put down a legitimate number of hours. In fact, my filter here says for the number of hours, they got to their mastery rank a bit faster than the average for their rank, but nothing too crazy. Just a little bit fast. It notes that the ratio of some of the test resources seemed pretty much spot on, no suspicions there. But then it pointed out, hang on, well, no, something looks really wrong about some of their resources. But they hadn't got to the resources by this point. They put in their ranks with different syndicates. Yep, they did that all fine. They answered where they were at with the quests. They said about how well they did with Neptune Proxima on a Void Storm. And then they get to the resources. They put in the alloy plate. Exact answer. Anomaly shards, exact answer. Cryotic, exact answer. Enchanted Lanthorn, yep. Hexanon, yep. Kuva, yep. They did all that. Nana Isoplast, neural sensors, Nitine extract, Orokin cells. They answered all of this perfectly fine. After they typed in Oxium, they got bored. I can tell you this for a fact, chat. Once they'd got to Oxium, they got bored. Because the next responses, for Tellurium, they put down 2-4, and then for Thist, they put down 249-149, and then for Titanium, they put 49-149. And I wonder if anyone can see a problem with those numbers there. Or two problems, actually. The first problem is that it is exceedingly unlikely to have such a repetition of numbers across 3 different resources like that. Instead, that it's more likely to be someone spamming on the keypad. Yeah, flow thoughts, yeah. Secondly, this person claims to have 249,000 Thist. So this person, they entered in their auction value, and they got bored, they got tired, but rather than close the survey and just give up, no, they had to continue. And so they just took their hand to the numpad and just went, number, number, that seems about right. The problem is this person doesn't know what Thist is. This person doesn't realise why Thist is one of the questions on there. Because Thist is such a weird thing to think about. Most people don't think about Thist. And so once again, they proved, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that they were bullshitting, but they just had to continue. Yeah, you're very right, Hawkhook. They just had to continue. They went through and they answered where they were at with Warframes. They didn't just put the same answer all the way down. They put specific answers. They called out the frames they had farmed, the frames they were currently farming, the frames they had not started farming. They put answers. And then at the very end, they answered the text sections about what they were working on and what they found easy. So not only did this person get bored, they then still continued. Please! I can't use your survey. I'm not going to use your survey. Or survey response because you decided to quit on me. And my filters popped up and went, yeah, no, this one's bullshit. Ken, do you want to have a look? But it's bullshit. And I had a look just because of the fact that it was so screaming red on one of the filters. I'm like, what the hell did this person do? Gorilla saying, I remember debating adding the Marquis Thist and Normal Thist together, but decided against it since you didn't ask specifically for that. And that right there, Gorilla, shows that you are actually in the top bracket of people globally. Because you not only looked at a question and thought about it, you then also thought back to the requirements I had placed on it, which was to not give any estimates. I was clearly being specific. And you figured, well, he's not saying other things, he's just asked for this. Cool, but just that. You're in the top part there, Gorilla. You're smart. You're sensible. And that is a good thing to have. How many good responses did I get? In total, responses which got through the filters as most likely legitimate. In total, I had 991. 991. Quite a few. But that still means that over 200 had to be thrown out. What is this? Thist is a rare gem that you can mine in the Orb Valis. Out of how many? Total responses I got were 1,225, if I'm counting this correctly. Yeah, 1,225. So yeah. Flow Thoughts, is it considered suspicious to not have any frame in the not farming state? No, Flow Thoughts, I've done every single frame. I've farmed every single frame in the game that can be farmed. Did I post a survey on the forums? I did not, know. I posted the forum on my Twitter, Discord, and YouTube channel as a community post, and I closed it once I had sufficient responses to allow me to do the work I needed to do. Chocolate Eager is about 19%, yeah, something like that. At 19% unusable. If you put legitimate answers to your survey, the chances of you being removed are vanishingly slim. Vanishingly slim. Yeah, Choc. So I threw out... Let's see. I threw out 234 of 1,225, I said? Yeah, I threw out 19.1%. And yeah, for anyone wondering about how the actual filters themselves, I won't go into full details as to how I made the filters because I'm going to use them in future surveys when I do them. But the filter flagged up my response as has a suspicious element, not suspicious at all. Because everyone has a chance of being flagged for something. It's when multiple things pop up at once that filters go, no, wait, we spotted something. Here we go. Some very carefully thought out algorithms put together to create these suspicion ratings I did. With some people managing to get themselves an impressive score. Showing just how much they bullshitted their way through. So yeah, when I was very, very clear about the kinds of information I was looking for, it turns out that 19% of people couldn't do that. 19% of people couldn't do that. Experience, I wonder what my score was. If Experience, do you know your exact number of hours that you submitted? Has there been anyone with a perfect no 6 score? Oh yeah, plenty, Disaster Maker, plenty. If I, let me do this. If I go, the count of them within the section here to here that has a score of that, 831 responses were completely without suspicion. 831 responses had no suspicion on them whatsoever. Having zeros in a resource does not create suspicion, no. Or at least not in and of itself. If you had 0 in a resource that you really shouldn't have 0 in, then the filter will go, hang on, what's going on here? And depending on what else was going on, it might alert me, it might just fully say, nah, fuck this one. But yeah, huge amount of people, no suspicion whatsoever. A huge amount of people, the mildest of suspicions, and that's just because pure chance. Some things will come up that look suspicious, but on further investigation, yeah, no, it's nothing. Yeah, IceGeo got flagged up as not really suspicious. There's just one curiosity, and that curiosity for IceGeo was that they got to their mastery rank much faster than basically everyone else gets to their mastery. It compared through all the hours, it compared through the mastery ranks, it looked at his and went, oh, hang on, wow, are you sure that's your amount of hours? But looking at everything else, it went, nah, okay, this guy's just really good at the game. And that's skew because I helped him? Absolutely, Gorilla, yep. IceGeo has the best teacher in Warframe. Can I check for 2959 hours? Says Mr. Badman. Sure, yeah, why not? Let's do that. So, in-game hours, search in here, 2959, finding 2959 not found. So you've started playing since you submitted the survey, Mr. Badman. You need to remember exactly how much you submitted. JAN23 probably not going to find you if you're using the times you're at now. Again, nope. You gotta remember, guys, if you've logged in and done any missions, you can tick over that counter and then it'll be wrong. I mean, I have a 2213. But that's not the correct mastery rank, so that's also not you. Also, the real Caustic King, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime, dude. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy yourself as you stay here. Enjoy your lovely blue badge. Cheers. You know what's easier than checking your hours, guys? Think of a resource you submitted and would not have gained any of since you submitted the survey. For example, have a look at your Hexagon. If you've not been to Jupiter since you submitted the survey, check your Hexagon. How much of that do you have? Then I can find your entry. Because how many people are going to have the exact same amount of Hexagon as you? Does Xenrix's energy pulse give extra energy on Limbo, killing an enemy in the rift? Xenrix's energy pulse is only supposed to activate on energy orbs, isn't it, Choc? Isn't that what it says? Gorilla thinks they have 3334 Hexagon. Okay. 3334. One result found. Really, you mastery rank 30 with about 2300 hours? Is that you, Gorilla? Hey, there we go. You see, the system does work. Your suspicion score was 0. You are not suspicious. I can also say that you have quite a few hours for someone who is mastery rank 30. My filters expect that you are due to reach MR 31 if you wanted to try for it. But there's no requirement for you to do so. It also says that you've spent more time on Jupiter than the average person at MR30. Fun fact. Everyone wants to know now. Everyone wants to know. Can I check 104 that, Mark? And 104 what, sorry? Red Kanji, what about 595310 Kuva? Ah, that's an interesting one. No one's asked about their Kuva rating yet. Let's have a look. 595310. Yep, exactly one answer of that. 595310 for MR32, is that what you said? Yep, MR32. Suspicion rating 0. Yeah. Suspicion rating 0. Like I said, chat, if you submitted a genuine response, there is a very, very high chance that nothing about it is even slightly suspicious. Gruger 5442X9. Yeah, sure, let me check that as well for you. Let's see. Did you get filtered for being a dick? Or are you fine? One sample found. 5442. Andrew, you are Legendary 2 with about 2k hours, yeah? Legendary 2 with about 2k hours? No? Did I just select the wrong row? You said 5442, right? 5442 Hexagon. Yeah, that's the only one I got of that. And Garuga, how much Cuba do you have then? Big surprise saying, see, now part of me wants to see like an official game-wide leaderboard for resource counts. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah. That would be interesting. Like I was saying, sorry, quick question. How much would you be willing a Rubico Riven with plus damage, plus crit damage, no negative stats to be like? Legends, are you on my Discord? If not, join my Discord, exclamation mark Discord for that straight away. And then, if you head on over to the channel Warframe Main on my Discord, there is a pinned message on there. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the Barrow Stock one, that can go. There is one pinned message, and that explains how to price a Riven. Because this question comes up quite a bit, but it's longer than can just be shared on a stream. So join my Discord, Warframe Main channel, the only pinned message there will give you that answer. I'm kind of surprised C Lessons wasn't a resource I was asked for. I only needed to ask for things which are relevant to the upcoming stuff I'm doing. How much steel essence someone has on hand griller isn't actually of importance to me, no. Guru say Hoover, I've got 55558. Okay. And Gruger, MR24? Are you MR24? You are, cool. What you said Hexagon earlier, you had an amount. What did you say? You said you had 5442 Hexagon. At the time of submitting, you had 5050. Did you just forget that you went to Jupiter? Because I got it right here in front of me now. You just forgot you went to Jupiter. So that's why, by chance, I happened to find someone else with the same amount of Hexagon. That's why we double check other bits and pieces. But yeah, suspicion score 0. Chuck, was yours sus? Probably not, no, but let's see. You said, were you sus? Were you sus? Chuck, you've not given me a way to find yours. How could I know if yours was sus or not when I don't know who you are yet on the survey? 136851 Cougar for Lord Darth Dan. Yeah, sure. I'm surprised how many of you don't know if you have been marked as sus or not. Like, I've told you, if you submitted a genuine thing, you are not sus. My filters are not stupid. Whereas the survey is closed, Astral Crux. I only had it open for a day because I already got 1,200 responses. I don't need more. That is more than most polls for politics gets, aside from actual votes. And that is where they draw conclusions about entire countries, and they're correct. So, well, correct enough to matter. I only needed this many responses. This is perfectly fine. Let's see here. So, Lord Darth down, 136851 Cougar, MR20. Let's have a look. What is that one there? That is an MR20. Suspicion score 0. Yeah. Once again, proving my point. If you submitted a legitimate survey, my filters would have gone, yep, they're fine. They're fine. My filter found absolutely no issue with you whatsoever.
This is my 3-month sub anniversary message.
And a wonderful 3-month anniversary message it was there from Spicy Sphincter. Thank you very much, Spicy Sphincter, for the 3 months. Most people wouldn't have to say that in their lives, but there we go. Brand new sentence. Cheers. 3 months of Spicy Sphincter. I love that username too much. It's just too easy to work with. Korokop saying, would you check for 72 Tellurium MR25? Korokop, can we do better than that? Tellurium is a small number. There's going to be lots of people with that number. Not huge numbers, but lots. I can try and hope that it's only going to happen once, but... No, multiple people have 72. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, no. Korokop, have you gained any... Have you done any Jupiter or Kuva Fortress? If not, I can check your neural sensors. Would I search for 1 billion Thist MR34? You know what, Infra? I don't think that one's come up on here. Because it's impossible to have submitted MR34. My survey would have immediately told you, nope, you are not MR34. You can't even proceed. Put in the correct number. Chock saying 445 hours, MR16, no anomaly shards. Oh, you would choose something zeroed out. Something zeroed out. Chock, come on. I've been very clear about what I'm looking for in terms of how I can find your answers. And you give me that one? Okay, I've got one for 445 hours. So that's helpful. MR16 and 0 anomaly shards. This is almost certainly you. To add on to that, that means you are rank 4 with the Solaris United. So you haven't got all the way up to rank 5 as yet. And you have a single Entrati Lanthorn. Also, 0 suspicion. And I'm not taking a record of who submitted watch any of these, by the way. I'm not going to be looking back on the VOD. I'm not identifying any of these. As much as I'm identifying them now, that's going in one year and out the other. In one, out the other. MR28, 73 Thist, 1 Lanthorn, 11 anomaly shards. Can you just pick... When I make a point as to what things are easiest to check, y'all pick the ones that are not quite so easy to check. God damn it. Flowing thoughts with a 73 on the Thist. Multiple people have claimed 73 Thist. Let's try this with something else, Flowing Thoughts. Unless you played a hell of a lot of game already. How about your Hex non-Flowing Thoughts? What's the recommended MR rank for 1825 hours played? Spartan God, anywhere above 25. Anywhere above 25. Went on Jupiter today. Okay then. Flowing Thoughts, if you haven't done any Railjack, what's your titanium? I love how I haven't even played any Warframe so far yet on this stream. We're 50 minutes in. Love it. God damn it, Flowing Thoughts. Play less of the game. It's been 24 hours. It's been 24 hours. Are my filters custom made or something commonly used in statistics? Custom made, Lord Darth. Because it required me to understand the kind of data that was incoming in the first place and then to bottle that down. Oh my god, Flowing Thoughts. Many people are going to have 11 anomaly shards. You absolute... Alright, let me filter down to your messages here and even more filters. And let's see. You farmed 5 frames today, 11 anomaly shards, MR28, 73 Fist. Jesus Christ, it's going to be... This was not put into a database, this was put into a spreadsheet. I wasn't supposed to have to look through it for this kind of stuff. Okay, let's see here. This 16, you're supposed to have 73, not that one. Try again. You, Thist 81, nope, not that one. You, Thist 20, no, not that one. You, Thist 17, no, not that one. You, Thist 8, no, not that one. You, Thist 30, not that one. You, Thist 1, no, not that one. You, Thist 91, no, not that one. You, Thist 48, not that one. You, Thist 3, not that one. 2, not that one. 11 and 73, there we go. 11 and 73 for MR28. I have found your entry. My god, Flowing Thoughts. You really did send me on a run there. Suspicion rating 0. Not only is your suspicion rating 0, but your hours for mastery rank are absolutely on point. You are progressing through the game as one would expect. Good job. Be saying this is payback for the 40-minute Varuna video? Payback? I put work into that. Who's paying back? What? What? Verdant with exclamation mark title. This is title. Alright, who have I missed now? Who have I missed who still really needs to know if they were considered a bot or not? Who wants to prove they can read still? Vernon, there's no command for it, because usually titles are an indication to get you to click in and then also see what's going on with the stream. I created a survey for people to submit answers to, and of that survey, 1,200 plus people responded, and 19% of them failed to follow the rules. Those rules were simply, just put the numbers that are in your inventory, don't fuck around. Or in more professional terms, it was, please don't submit estimates, use the exact numbers only. Just read your inventory and type the number you see. 19% of people couldn't do that. 19% of people got an F on their response. Or an L if you're a Zoomer. Keldon, 1565067 alloy plate. Let's hope to God you haven't earned any alloy plates since you submitted your survey. 1565067. It's like I'm looking up a phone number. Oh, we have a response. Yeah, we're getting a flag here. You were a very late responder to the survey, but that's fine. You still responded. Keldon Slayer, just to confirm, you are MR30, about 1,500 hours, coming up close on that. Have I got the right Keldon Slayer, or is there someone else with identical numbers? It's the right one, he says. Excellent! Your suspicion rating was 0. Everyone who has asked me to look them up so far has had a 0. Yep, that's the one I got for you, Keldon. Yep, that's your Hexanon. There are currently 128 people listening to me mould over the fact that 19% of people can't read. I love it. Ah, dear. Chick Noodle, MR19, 344 Hexanon. 344 Hexanon? I mean, it's not the lowest on here, but that's a bit low. Let me find that for you. 344 Hexanon. Searching. Response selected. An early responder. Mastery rank, you said... Where'd it go? Mastery rank 19. Yeah, I got you here about 800 hours in the game. You are rank 5 of the Ostrons. Congrats. For 800 hours in, rank 5 of the Ostrons is good going. You need to work on the others still. Suspicion 0. Suspicion 0. Once again, my filters are smart, because I wrote them. Tailscape, I'm surprised as well. I expected to trash 5 to 10% of responses. I didn't expect 19%. 19% is impressive. That is a lot of lazy people. I did not expect there to be that many lazy people when there was no giveaway. I had no section to put in your username. At no point was I going to give anyone any kind of reward for just submitting a survey. All I asked for was data. I wanted someone to volunteer their time. And yet 19% of people not only tried volunteering their time, they wasted their time fucking around. This explains so much about the world. Really does. The reward is me making something out of the data. Well, there is that, Keldon, but that is a general reward. It's not a reward for submitting shit data. It's not a reward for shit data. Destronic, MR29, 885 Kuva, 810 hours, roughly 800. Rank 5 all syndicates. 885 Kuva might be the one I can find it on. Let's have a look there for you. 885. Oh. You're not alone in the 885 Kuva. Let's see, were you that one? You said master rank 29, so definitely not that one then. Let's try a different one. Oops, I've accidentally selected something else. Where is the Kuva? There it is. The other one. MR29, gotcha. Took me a moment to find that one. There are multiple entries. But, yeah. Who was I looking for again? Jesus, this chat is scrolling. Destronic, MR29, roughly 8-10 hours. Yep, I got you. I got you. Suspicion score 0. Recognized as slightly ahead of the progression curve, but slightly lower resources. So this person has likely been focusing on mastery more than resource farming compared to your average person. This person has spent a little bit more time on Jupiter than the average person. Most likely according to the details here. Further on Destronic, one anomaly shard. Spent a decent amount of time over on the Zaraman. Not the biggest fan of excavation. Doesn't do it unless they really need to. Hasn't done a huge amount of railjack, but still enough to talk about. See? There we are. I got this. Lots of people want to know if they're human. I know, it's kind of crazy. So everyone who's asked me to find their thing, there's one of two things I can think of. Either you're just that anxious about having your stuff thrown out. Yeah, no, please, tell me, Ken, please. I wanted to help. Tell me you didn't throw me away. Or you just damn curious, like, oh, I don't know. Let's see, is your filter as good as you say it is? Tell me. Just asking, are we going to play Warframe? Most of us know are honest and can read. I'm having fun here, Turotan. If you're not, I mean, sorry. We could be playing Warframe in the stream. Here, let me do some modern Warframe gameplay for you. Here, let me... What's Warframe like these days? We go down to... let's go down here. Would I consider giving people a way to recall this data in future? Will that be too much work? Definitely too much work, currently, but no. This survey data was for myself to add into the content that I'm doing. It's not for people to look at and go, ooh, as a general matter of course. I don't know if or when I'll be releasing it, for example, onto the Patreon. Okay, between these three, they should be able to get this done for me. There we go. Alright. Content. You happy now? I got an Arson Xmas on my team. I've got a Kuvizar, and I got a Fulmin, handled by Varuna, who doesn't cast abilities anyway. Awesome. Good old AFK gameplay. Kraken's Yard, 181, 604 Kuv, MR20. Yeah, sure. Whilst on my screen, I'm not even looking at it, I'm getting grenades thrown at me, though I can hear that. Let's see here. There's an entry. MR20. Yep, Kraken's Yard. Suspicion rating 0. See, I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. Oh, actually, we completed a wave. Sweet. Would you look at that? These guys have that down. Let me get them up again. There we are. Spectre's one-shotting enemies. I mean, it is a basic level mission, but that'd be one-shotting at any level with my my on-call crew there. What was the worst response? Highest sus rating? There were one sus rating that was 28. Bear in mind that 3 is, this should be thrown out immediately. It's probably just complete bullshit. So 28 is absolutely diabolical. 2 of them, however, were worse than that.
Tenno. This will help our cause.
Now this is what I call quality content, though it is missing the air horns for the MLG plays and clickbait thumbnail.
Esprit, thank you very much for the 100 bits again. Cheers. As I was saying, yeah, 2 of the responses, I think it was 2 of them, came back with responses so ridiculous that the suspicion counter actually failed to give them a score. Or rather, it said, I'm sorry, these numbers are actually too high to work with. It is ludicrous. The integer has overflowed. Peace out. A couple people put numbers in so absolutely mind-bogglingly absurd that my filter just said, nah, you deal with this one. I'm out. Which is an instant fail, by the way. that is an instant fail. Let's see. Let me see if I can find one of those ones. Let me see if I can find... there we go. Instant fail. Reason being... yes. Here we go. What was that? Thousands, millions... yes. This person put down that they had 10 quadrillion alloy plate. Not 10 billion, which is still too much for anyone ever. So not 10 billion, not 10 trillion, 10 quadrillion. For reference, a trillion is otherwise known as a million million. So this was 1,000 million million. Sorry, 10,000 million million alloy plate they claim to have. I have 2 million. How did I make the filters? With a good understanding as to both the data I was collecting and how to make very good use of just general algorithms. I can't go into more detail because that would tell people how to avoid them in future, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We've nearly finished doing 5 waves of this mission. I've not even paid proper attention to it. Is there any special loot around here? Also, you there. Stay there. Hold this. Thanks, mate. Just a floating teacup, as you do. Kraken's Yard. Cheers. How many hours did they say they had? Good question. Let me have a look there. This person with the bajillion of everything, they claim to have 80 hours, but will mastery rank 32. 80 hours, mastery rank 32. 10 quadrillion alloy plate. You can see why my filter pretty much said, Ken, you deal with this one. It's clearly bullshit, but have fun. Like, there are some things you don't need a special filter for. It just pops up and goes, yeah, nah, you lying little shit. But there were subtler ones in there as well, which I still filtered out because, fuck you, don't lie to me. Absolute travesty, some people. New ability unlocked, Mom's credit card. I don't think even with unlimited money in this game, you could get to MR32 in 80 mission hours only. I don't know if that's even possible. Like, that would be an incredibly optimized setup. Absolutely ludicrous. Not even counting the bullshit resources, which are absolutely fundamentally impossible to get in that time frame. Just the mastery rank alone is no. So many alarm bells ringing on that one before I even had to look at it. And that's the beauty of the algorithms, is that I didn't need to manually assess every survey, just enough to make sure the filter's working correctly. And that's it, job done. Oh, look at that. Mission complete. Who needs to even pay attention? Didn't get much in the way of rewards because it's, you know, it's the lowest level mission I could find, but still. How much would it cost to buy that much alloy plate in plat? I don't think there is that much plat in the world, or enough money in the world to buy the plat to buy that alloy plate, because alloy plate from the market you buy in bundles of 1500 for 30 plat. Yeah, nah. No. Absolutely no. Also, yeah, that is a scam. Never ever do that. I was getting banned for automating the game. I wasn't automating that. I was running around. I was using the systems available to me. It's not my fault that I'm good at the game. Not my fault. Yeah, I have no idea why things like alloy plate are in there at such high plat values. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy looking at that, like. I don't know how many people have purchased that, and fewer still have done it intentionally, but yeah. Well, not intentionally, but intending to use the resource for the resource rather than as a meme. Architecture Blueprint's a big scam. Oh yeah, that was right up there as well. What are we talking about alloy plate for? Because it was one of the 14 resources in the survey that I put out. Yeah, 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? 1 day ago? No, it's 1 day. 1.5 days ago, wasn't it? 2 days ago. Something like that. I'm losing track of time. I was up until gone midnight last night going over the survey details. How many quadrillion? It was 10 quadrillion pixel piranha. They claim to have 10 quadrillion. To be specific, they claim to have 9 quadrillion, 999 trillion, 999 billion, 999 million, 999,999. Because they just held down the 9 key for a bit. Lazy fuck. Couldn't even type in a legitimate bogus number. Nope, they had to hold down the 9 key until they got into absolute redonkulous levels. Yeah. That's about a good gaming chair. Something like that, eh? Something like that. So yeah, there are some absolutely ridiculous things. As I say, the majority of responses were perfectly legitimate. A small number of legitimate responses were flagged as has one element of suspicion, not suspicious at all. The most suspicious answer in terms of score that popped up, I think the most suspicious survey was a 2.5, and that's because the person was actually an exceedingly low mastery rank. So their stats were very different to the average player. They were such a new player that it seemed odd to the filters. The filters went, this looks a bit weird. You want to have a look at this, Ken? I looked it over. It was legit. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. Let's see if I can find one of these other number smashing ones. Oh, yeah. The person who scored 28 on the suspicion score, where 3 is ridiculously high, the person who scored 28 claimed to have exactly 500 hours in the game, and they claim to have 0 of every single resource I asked about, except for Nitane, where they have 1. Everything else they put 0, and for that they put 1. They still went ahead and answered what Warframes they have farmed and all other bits and pieces. They even put an answer down on the 2 final paragraph bits. But they just decided, oh yeah, I don't need to actually enter in these numbers here. It doesn't matter that much, does it? Who really cares? I'll just put down 1 Nitane, whatever. It's like, bro, just don't respond! It's that easy. If you don't want to do the survey, don't do the survey! Yeah, it is someone too lazy to check. It is absolutely someone too lazy to check. It's like, bro, just stop. To have zeros and all of that lot, they would need to donate those resources to the clan specifically, because there's no way to zero out everything otherwise. You just can't set it up like that. You don't have that level of control in the game. So you'd need to donate stuff to the clan, and then you would need to specifically, having done so, then do the survey. And by chance, happen to have been caught having just dumped out your entire inventory and then going, oh wow, look, there's this survey going on. It's not. Yeah, I don't have a gaming chair, no. Gaming chairs are not my thing. Mostly I don't have the space for one. This is a small room. I can confirm for you, this is a very small room. Yeah, there are all kinds of crazy suspicious stuff in here. Like someone rolling around saying that they have exactly 0 Kuva, but also exactly 6 million alloy plate, and 1 million titanium, 100,000 oxium, 1,000 oricon cells exactly. It's like, bro, come on. Stop rounding off these numbers, you lying twat. If you can say, oh, I thought I have 25 Nitanes, could that have been flagged? Almost certainly not, but let's have a look for you. Let's see, 25 Nitane. How many people have that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 different people had exactly 25 Nitane on this survey, F-King. Don't worry about it. You're not alone. In fact, of everyone's submission... Actually, let me go to the filtered ones. Take out the ones that were lying to me. Of the legitimate answers, the average number of Nitane someone had was 26. So F-King, having 25 Nitane is actually completely normal. It's completely normal. Because 26 was the mean value. What was the person with the highest anomaly shards? Of the filtered responses, because of course there were some bullshits out there, of the filtered responses, the highest was 357. 357 was the highest anomaly shards listed. And I checked over their stats. That person looks legitimate. They look legitimate. Things like that were flagged and reviewed and found to be fine. Is Anaris a tank? Yes. He's not the greatest tank, but he is a tank. How much was the highest Lanthorns? Good question. Of the legit ones, the most likely highest legitimate answer was 6,622. I mean, that sounds high, doesn't it? That does sound high. 6622. Let me find that one. Let me review this one. That does sound quite high. Yo, Zeno90210. Thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome to the channel, my dude. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your access to the supporter team lounge, your emotes here on Twitch, and your ad-free viewing. Cheers. Yeah, 6,622 does sound rather high. Let me have a look at that one. That one's not been flagged by the filters. Let's see here. This person has a slightly suspicious amount of responses. So, this has been flagged as, it might need a review, actually. Let me see here. That lines up, that lines up. This person does not a huge amount of Railjack. They've done some mining here there. Spent quite a bit of time in Uranus. Don't really touch on Nightwave Nitane too much. They don't really care about Kuva. They've done quite a bit on Jupiter. They've absolutely slammed it home on that. Let me see this here. Yeah, this one looks like they may have made a typo. This one does look like they may have made a typo. The rest of their stuff looks legitimate, but the Interactive Lanthorns doesn't quite line up. And this is one that's only moderately suspicious. That's why I say I've been generous on how I've treated this in a lot of cases. Let's see, Interactive Lanthorns. No. 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 No, the ratio on that is way out. I'd want to speak to this person, but I can't. Nah, this one's probably not legitimate, unfortunately. That's a shame. Because they've clearly gone through all of it carefully, but they typoed on the Interactive Lanthorns. And this is why you use median numbers rather than means, because you will get both typos and outliers. Whoever you were, MR25 with 1,976,809 alloy plate, 24th this to your name. The person who submitted it, midnight UK time on the 3rd of January. Sorry, you typoed. I don't believe your response. That's unfortunate. So there will be some little bits to get through. Is the nature of this. My filters can only handle so much. The rest comes down to manual review. I've not thoroughly reviewed it all. Like, ultra thoroughly. Just enough to narrow it down. Kelden's saying, wait, 24th this? That's how much I have? Yeah, you and a bunch of other people, Kelden. You and a bunch of other people. 24 is a low number that'll recur. Because you gotta remember, 1,000 responses. What was the survey for? The survey was to support information to make it where my videos can be more appropriate to how the Warframe community actually interacts with this game. The kind of information that DE doesn't just hand out. And so I needed to ask you guys to give me it. Yeah, really, I can't throw out just a single detail. I have that person there, they've given me an incorrect value for Interactive Lanthorns. I just have to throw out their entire data set. That everything that person submitted, I just have to chuck. I was curious on progression. Oh no, I'm actually using this detail. I'm not just curious about where people are at, I'm using that information. Also, if you're wondering why this ugly thing is on screen, Kelden asked for it. They put a request to idle with Fairy Grendel, so here you go. He's happy to see you. 150 people listening to a spreadsheet in audiobook format? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I could put it on screen for a brief moment. Give you an idea as to the sheer volume of stuff I'm working through. I do this like so. This is between lines 522 to 567. It looks like that. And this is between columns P to AM. AM. And that's just a fraction. A fraction of a fraction of the entire sheet. It's huge. What market should you use for trading? Warframe.market, Ion. The website warframe.market. You can't even read it properly? Yeah, I zoomed it out to fit in more. Usually I only have about 35 rows visible on screen at once. But I don't need to look at them one by one. I have the filters to take out the ones which are actual bullshit in the first place. Esprit, I've already handled it. Yeah, I know you can use database programs, or I can just use a program which already has what I want and has the computational power needed to do everything else afterwards. Chock, yeah, that's interesting. A guy in your questions chat is saying that's a Trojan. Interesting. Do they have any evidence of that, Chocodika, or would they be the first person to have actually found any evidence of it? If you got evidence, send it my way on Discord as a PM, Chock. Make sure it's evidence, not just a guy saying things. If that's coming across a bit confrontational, it would not be the first time I've had someone say, "Oh, this thing is bad. It does this." I'm like, yeah, okay, show me where. Silence. Every time. Every time. So if you've got something, send it me, but otherwise, no. Until there is evidence, not interested, frankly. People can make whatever claim they damn well please. I'm a busier guy than that. I can't sit around on people's, oh, but I thinks. Chock. So Chock saying, no, just a guy from PlayStation. How would he know? It's obviously doesn't watch this channel. How would he know what? How would he know that it's what he's claiming? Well, he's making the claim, so that's him to answer. Where is your voice from? Me. I don't understand the question. What? Me. I don't know what answer you wanted on that one. This isn't a program or anything. I'm not a video avatar. Talking about accent? Oh, I'm in the UK. Yeah, I'm from England, United Kingdom. Whereupon there are a ridiculous number of accents, so I can't narrow that down for you without doxing myself. But yeah, no, I'm British. British, as they like to say over in the States. That's what a robot would say. Everyone already knows I'm a robot. Do you think a normal human being will be able to process spreadsheets in the way that I do and come up with the kind of calculations I do, and then want to do it about a game like Warframe? I'm clearly a robot. Come on now. I've already failed that test. Also, in case you were wondering, there's your further proof of Britishness. I have a mug with a mug on it. I mean, how much more proof of Britain do you need at that point? I could whip out the passport, but I don't want to dox myself or have my identity stolen. What the hell is in my tea? We ran out of decaf today. I've had 2 calf cups today. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. I normally have decaf. There we go. Obviously a robot, oh, so I could be a massive nerd. Well, true, I am a massive nerd. I am a geek, I am a nerd, absolutely. There is no two roads about that. I am 5'5", a pure, unadulterated nerd. Saying, so that image was a mug with a mug on it next to your mug. You're very right, Pixel, yep. The mug on a mug next to my mug. It's mugs all the way down. What am I currently most in need of in the game? People who can read. Excuse me, sorry. Couldn't resist. What am I most in need of? Really? That's a very good question. Oh yeah, SB, I am absolutely short. Second tallest in my entire family, I'm short. The only person taller is one of my cousins. He's over 6 foot. Go figure. Everyone else is shorter than me. Second tallest in my family, and I'm still 5'5". I'm a hobbit. I'm a hobbit. At least I have people to look up to. Oh, for goodness sake, Esprit. For goodness sake. Gorilla 6'5"? Lucky. Lucky. What's 5'5" in centimeters? 165? Yeah, that's about right, King Mice. I think, yeah, 165, pretty much bang on. Some of war, like 5'12". I see, right. 6 foot on a good day. If you're not slouching. Yeah, I'm not like tiny, but I believe in the UK I am the average height for women, not men. I am definitely on the short side. It's about time we do the sortie, is it, chat? Well, now we're no longer looking at spreadsheets. I'm done proving that every single person here is in fact human. Surprise, surprise, who knew? Shall we do a sortie whilst we continue discussing this a little bit? I think it's about time we do a sortie. What sortie have we got today? Today, our sortie is... Oh, we got an Archon Hunt to do as well. Mobile defense with enemy physical enhancement. We have a sabotage with Exma Stronghold, and an assassination with cryogenic leakage, and it is the Heiress one, so that's not too bad. This whole thing should be pretty simple enough to do. Let's build a squad of people to take on the sortie. AFK sortie? You know what? That sounds like a plan. F-King, come on in. LU, come on in. Max and Madge, come on in. Flying Thoughts, you are unfortunately too slow on the draw. But you might be able to join for the Archon Hunt. I know, Esprit, but it's still the second mission that we've done on stream. This is when you know you've found an interesting niche. When you can spend nearly half the stream not playing Warframe in the Warframe category, and still there's 150 people here. You guys are awesome, by the way. All of you. Guys, gals, and those of a different persuasion, you're awesome. Game says hyping, are you sure? I mean... Yeah, you should. Who didn't join there? LU, Max and Madge did not join. Could not deliver. Let me try that again. Come on. Come on, Warframe. Come on, don't suck. There it is. Alright. We got that. This is what happens when you give a nerd a spreadsheet. Oh. This isn't even the biggest spreadsheet I have dealt with. The most extreme spreadsheet I have ever put together and made active use of was again for a video game. If I recall correctly, it was about 36,000 lines long. It probably should have been a database, but I was more experienced with spreadsheets, so I continued with that. 36,000 lines long. And many, many columns. That was feeding additional data, all that data, into a smaller sheet, which was then feeding into a separate program. And yes, indeed, those of you guessing it, it was absolutely for EVE Online. I probably should have been using a database program, but the spreadsheet worked. It did what I needed it to do. It made me some ISK. It made me some ISK. Alright, Purge. If you truly were British, you would have a teacup and a saucer. I mean, how about a coaster with a mug on it? Is that good enough? It's got a few tea stains from excessive use, but yeah, how about a coaster with a mug on it, for my mug, with a mug on it to go on it? I've got a mug on a mug, on a mug on a coaster. Perfect new merch drop. Ah, sorry, Newness. Sorry, Newness. That one's custom made. That's not happened, unfortunately. That is custom made. I got a few of them actually. Where's the other one? Down here. Yeah. I had one made as well of the Among Us character I always used. So I've got an extra coaster if someone else has got a drink with me here in the office. How you doing today, anyway, Neoness? How you doing today? Remember the little planet Among Us? Yeah, it was a fun time. Hello there, white boy. How you doing? Korokop, thank you very much for gifting us up. Over to Neoness as well. You're a legend, Korokop. As ever. Ooh. Cheers, straight up jealous of my coasters. Oh, they are wonderful, aren't they? I got a few others hiding around somewhere. I've got one with the D&D logo on, one with the Portal logo on, one with the logo from EVE Online. It's the Garistas Pirates logo. So there's the symbol of Fatal and Rabbit, the skull with bunny ears. All kinds of good stuff. Got a whole bunch of custom coasters. Yes, because I need custom coasters. Absolutely. Get yourself a laser engrave your mug into everything you touch. I mean, I have it's seen a lot of use. I should probably clean this up at some point. But yeah, I've got the mouse pad as well. That one you can get on the merch store, exclamation mark merch. That and the mug are available. Are sorties worth it? Yeah, why not? It's one of the main sources of ribbons. Not terrible source of Kuba. If you don't really want to farm Kuba, it'll just give you a trickle in here or there. You can get some kind of boosters. You never know, you might even get Legendary Core, and that's just fun. Alright. Oh, let me pop that. Get a little bit of energy going. In fact, speaking of energy, there we go. Effort. Alright, so we said AFK sortie, right? AFK sortie. I mean, I can probably do that. I'll just, You get disqualified for sortie reward if you AFK, though? I think you do, yeah. So you have to kind of, hop around properly. You do have to do a little bit moving. You're saying, stop by to see if I can seek your friend request on Warframe. I haven't seen your in-game name yet. Oh, it's the Engineer. You got to keep an important bit of branding going, you know? The Engineer. I do like this build. It's even without someone pouring out energy orbs, whoever's done that. This still just maintains spinny for a ridiculous long time. Exactly, Shred. Yep. Portmanteau of Engineer and Kengineer. But of course, other people might come up with that same pun, so I have to make it clear I am the Kengineer.
This will only get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
How am I doing on kills? 55 kills. Not bad to say I'm actually not trying. Slowest but deadliest Beyblade? Slowest? I don't look that slow to me. I mean, sure, it's no Grendel, but, you know, you need to subsume Aquablade onto Grendel before he becomes a Beyblade. Otherwise, he's just Bounty Ball with anger issues. Remnant's one of the fastest frames in the game. He is, yeah. If you set him up right, you can make him go fast. Even makes Gauss a bit sad. Also, fun fact, if I do that with the camera, I can actually make it where the laser beams stay in one spot. I can keep them at the console or keep them down the slope. Yeah, that's a fun one. I have to spin the camera at just the right rate. But yeah, you can, and if I go the other way, they seem to spin even faster. And go figure on that one. Go figure on that one. How many kills am I on? I'm on 110 kills doing this bit. Oh, they got that before me. Off we go. Finding your own fun? That's what you have to do in this game, absolutely. Absolutely. Nope. If I pay attention to where I'm jumping, I might get there first time, but there we are. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. In Denmark, there's an expression translated to English is rotating fart in the hat. Think about that every time you see a remnant doing disco. Fair. Fair. Feels a bit harsh, but fair. Can I? Do these slopes require jumping? I don't think I can navigate up the... Oh, wait, no. There we go. I can get some height with this. Don't even have to deactivate it. I can get a bit of height. This looks like a good spot to AFK. There we go. Oh, dear. Imagine throwing Vile Rush on Rev to make Speedy Disco even speedier. I don't know if you'll be able to cast it during the disco, though. I don't think you would. Because I can't cast Zarta's Whisper at the moment. I can't even cast Mesmer Skin. It's just Reeve that's available right now. This is not what I meant when they said spin to win. Nope, it is what I mean. This is the Endless Disco build. So aptly named, because this disco is freaking endless when you do it right. Yeah, there's loads of spin-related songs you can get stuck with right now, isn't there? Can I exit without exiting this? I can. Yep. This is peak Warframe right here. This is peak Warframe. Oh, and I completed the challenge of collecting 1,500 resources by spinning. How many kills did I get through spinning? 171. That is more than the Vauban Prime. That is more than the Wisp, with Glaive Prime equipped and Cedar equipped. In fact, it's more than both of them together. No, I haven't flown thoughts because I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. Wisp wasn't trying. I'm sure the Wisp wasn't trying. I'm sure the Vauban wasn't trying. That's not the point. The point is that I got 171 kills as Revenant while still not even really at the game. Now, that's not like I'm suggesting you should play that way, but it was certainly damn effective. Maybe something I don't feel like farming at all. I mean, we sort by progress and scroll to the bottom here. I mean, the Cyber exists. You know, that's a thing. Cyber exists. Go figure on that one.
Spin to win.
Did I ever get the Aaron Spinoza? I don't know on that one. Shinigyo, thank you very, very much for resubscribing at tier 3. I want to make that clear to everyone every single time that pops around, because Shinigyo, that is an incredible level of support. 7 months in a row at tier 3, you legend. Thank you, mate. Glad to continue to be worth it for you. Righty tighty. Salty mission number 2, Sabotage, Exma Stronghold. Yeah, we're just going to go in as is. We're just going to go in as is, absolutely. Come on, spin to win, Revy. Spin to win, Revy can absolutely make his way through this. Is defense the easiest solo farming mission for AFK mode? I mean, survival might work if you have the right setup. Yeah, survival could do it. You need to make sure you're in the right place for it, and obviously you can't full AFK in this game. That's a bad thing. Should probably activate that before things get wrong. And I'm not going to activate the spin here because terrain is a problem. But I can just keep on dashing forwards, and that's a thing you can do. It's Rev. And you maintain the momentum out of it now, which is also cool. Because that didn't used to be a thing. Oh, I am slightly misjudging my jumps there. Evidently, I've not played enough Warframe today. Losing touch. I should do this properly. Yo, bro, pop. There we are, thank you. Is there a prediction going up? We're not at the end of the sortie yet, now. Doesn't survival stock drops after standing still for so long? Same with just about anything, really. If you're stood still for too long, it will just cause you to full AF. Get the AFK penalty, stop picking up stuff. So you do need to actually do something every now and then. There is no mode you can fly AFK without just being denied the game. Which is fair. I'm not a fan of the number of games which have transitioned towards AFK playstyles over the years. I prefer to play games, not have games be played. And I'm not talking about content creators there, I'm talking about things like AFK farming in RuneScape, where people want to just be able to click once every 5 minutes and call it a day. I'm like, why? Are you that obsessed with a number just going up? And the answer is yes, they are. It's a problem. Oops. Did a little bit too soon, got myself stuck there. We're all good. Ta-da! Another mission down with the not even trying Revenant. Path of Exile, never played it. Never played it, so I can't really weigh in on that one. It's why the idle type of games on mobile are so popular. It's a problem. I genuinely do see it as a problem. Because it is a problem of distraction. A problem of boredom interception, which leads to a reduced amount of creativity. A reduced amount of motivation to do what needs to be done in your life generally. I have an inbox message. It is a gift from Flowing Thoughts. What is Flowing Thoughts handing me today? Previously we got the 4 bundle, we got the Morga. What have you got for me today? You have got me... Oh, you ledge. You just saved me a lot of excavation, and given the fact I didn't already have it, shows how much I do not enjoy excavation. Thank you very, very much for the gift of the side bear. I will add that to the queue of things. Cheers, my dude. And cheers as well to White Boy Remix, subscribing with the Prime. Welcome to the channel, proper, my dude. Enjoy your lovely blue badge emotes, your access to Supporter Tea Lounge, and your ad-free viewing here on Twitch. Ooh. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Yeah. I'm not going to say that it's wrong to AFK farm in a game which makes it available to you. If the game creates AFK content and you want to use that AFK content, on your conscience, so be it. That's for you. However, I cannot in good conscience say that I think it is a positive form of game development and game design. I cannot say that I am okay with the design. I do not think it is a good thing for the industry, nor do I think it is a good thing for the user. I do see it as an issue. And that might be a bit of a bold statement. Might be some of you wondering how I'm making that statement or why I'm making that statement. But it is a thing. Also, oh, hello. That's going to be Neoness, isn't it? YouTuber Neoness, Spreadsheet King, Tips Fedora. Fedora, thanks man. Sorry, I shouldn't call out spell errors. Yeah, let's add you on there, my dude. But, yeah. I do find myself apprehensive, more than anything, with games which encourage mostly AFK or mostly idle gameplay, where you just want to interact every now and then, just a little bit, here or there. Keep that thing going. Reset the 5-minute cycle. Tap back in a moment. Check on your progress. Come back again. Hip, hip, hip. Because there's not gameplay to be had throughout those 5 minutes. But if you're not there on the 5th minute, it's going to stop and you're going to fall behind. There's a problem. Anyway, we're on to the assassination, the Eris assassination. I'm still going to bring the same good old Revenant, but let's also add on the prediction. What reward do you guys think we're going to get from this sortie today? This is where you can use those lovely blue spanners. If you're new to the channel, you probably picked up a whole bunch on this stream compared to the usual starter stream stuff we do for sorties. Click the blue spanner icon, make your prediction. What reward do you think we're going to get? Is it going to be an Asa? Is it going to be Booster? Maybe something else entirely? There's 10 options to pick from. Don't leave any of those options blank. I want to see someone gambling on every single one of them, because if you're right, and you're the only one on it, you're going to be making bank. We saw someone get a payday of like 600 to 1 the other day.
Something far more ominous awaits. Make your way deeper into the base.
Let's go. Oh, it's For some reason I thought this was going to be a different assassination. It's a forward. This is going to be over in milliseconds. Excellent.
The creature is incredibly agile for a deformed.
I think that is the most I have used my operator for mobility in a long time.
We've contracted you with a mark. You are here to
I
find
just
your mark and eliminate the assigned
rarely
target.
use them. Well, the forward did their very, very, very best once again, didn't they? The forward did their very best, and I said no.
High concentrations of infested blood. Slow the fight if you want it to go away.
I just said
The
no to it.
assassination target is here. Wipe them out. Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got infested incoming.
I can't do any more of these rev dashes, can I? Nope, I'm all out. That's just going to have to walk us in with that. But there we go. I'm going to end the submission straight away now because we're already done on the mission. Reward screen's going to pop up any second. Kingdom by saying would like to gamble, but Dutch not allowed to. Yeah, but you can still pick a vote, so that's fun.
Safe.
But yeah, I mean the prediction would still be open for a few seconds here. We're just waiting a couple of people to actually get the way down here. Actually, just one person. Eliu, what are you doing? Bruh. We're good.
Target down.
You intentionally delayed the extraction so people could vote? Nah, I closed it.
Great work.
I closed it. And the answer today is it's just boring old endo. It's just boring old endo. But you know what's interesting about that? Is that Raptor gambled 1,000 spanners on that and is still getting back a 19-to-1 ratio on being correct. Raptor, you just made 18,000 spanners on your 1k gamble. Wow. You and 5 other people are absolutely living life off of that one. Endo it is. Endo it is. There you go. Random Viewer 320, their first time ever chatting here, and they also gambled on number 6, so you're getting back a 19-fold increase on what you put in. Nice. Some absolute winners on that one there. I mean, Eliu, if you didn't vote already, knowing we were going into the 3rd mission, that's on you. That's on you. But hey, you'll be able to join on another one at some point. I don't know. You can build a garage out of all these spanners? I know, it's crazy, isn't it? You could engineer something. Okay, that's 2 on the nose. That's 2 on the nose. Righty then, chat. Kingdom by saying, was I the only one on Kuva? No, 8 people gambled on Kuva. One person put 1,100 spanners into Kuva. They were wrong, so that was unfortunate. That's unfortunate for them. 2 people guessed it would be a legendary core. Turns out it wasn't. Who knew? Is there anything that no one gambled on? No, there was something for everyone this time. Oh, that's wonderful. I do like that. There was something for everyone. Excellent. All right, let's break the squad here. Just to hard reset this one. Break the squad up because I'm going to go now into the Archon Hunt. So, if you want to join in on the Archon Hunt today, send me a message in game, !join if you don't know how to do that. I'll bring in the first 3 people who have not already been in the squad. If you've already been in the squad today, I can bring you in if no one else is looking to take your spot. Zom's looking to join in, so let's bring in Zom. Let's bring in Zom. Chocodika wanted to join in as well. There you go, Choc. You got a spot. My strength bonus this time is for Hydroid. That's not happening. That is just not happening. Nope. No. No. Got one more spot open for anyone who's not done it as yet. What does strength even do for Hydroid? It makes it where the damage he does with some of his abilities is higher. That might be about it, actually. That might be about it. I see multiple people are picking Hydroid. Multiple people are about to discover that I do not have to go for the frame you've suggested. No. I can just choose to decline. Absolutely not happening. Given my awareness of stats, do I gamble? No, I'm not a gambling person. I am absolutely not a gambler. If there is an actual financial risk involved, I don't gamble. I just don't. Yeah, look. Strength here. Oh, we can confirm this by just grabbing an empty slot. Do I have an empty one? I don't have an empty... Fuck it, I'll spend the plat. Easier than messing around with builds. And let's just put in a bit of strength, see what changes. So, on this one, it improves the damage. No one uses Tempest Barrage for the damage outside of Star Chart. Improves the damage on Tidal Surge. No one uses Tidal Surge for the damage outside of Star Chart. It improves the damage and damage per second of the health on Undertow. I suppose there's a reason to use it, but still pretty terrible. And it improves the damage on Tentacle Swarm, which, unless you are a relatively new player, is again not something you should be relying upon. So, yeah, no. Just no. Just no. Also no. And then still no. Eliu saying if nobody else is signing up, but Derp is signing up, Eliu. Derp is indeed signing up. There we go. Alright, let's see. What are the first missions we got? That is very important. What are the first missions that we actually have to do for the Archon Hunt? We have got a Sabotage and Excavation. Yeah, I'm definitely not bringing Hydroid. Absolutely not bringing Hydroid. To be fair, why even have a pick a frame function if it's optional like that? Because some people will make stupid requests and other people will make genuine requests. And Twitch isn't smart enough to know who is making a genuine request or not. I can still say no and just refund someone the points. But the option is there if someone wants to make a genuine request, as and when it is relevant to do so. Like, for example, if I'm not going into a top tier Archon hunt. If someone's looking at spy missions upcoming or something like, hey, can you do that with Loki? I want to see how you do it with Loki. I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, let's use Loki for it. That's a reasonable pick. Let me show you how it's done. Things to that effect. So Sabotage first, yeah. Raptor picking Lavos. Lavos is a good pick. Lavos is fine for this. Let's do Lavos. I shall bring the Thorman because the Thorman is incredibly powerful. So, yeah, let's just bring that. This build is perfectly fine for it. All the rest can stay as is as well. My carrier might as well have a weapon on it. Spartan Guard. Walk one. Invite, please. Alright, squad's full. Squad is full. What kind of carrier frames would you put Volt in? Support, CC. Volt is primarily a damage dealer. He can support. Absolutely. He can force multiply. He can crowd control. Because frames don't have to sit in one spot, but he's primarily a damage dealer. Volt's 1 is good damage on Star Chart for low level players. It's great for clearing small groups of mobs and relatively cheap to do so. The 2 can increase the DPS from melee weapons and the reload speed on ranged weapons, which is useful for more DPS too. His 3 enhances the damage output through crits and electric damage added on, and his 4 is just a serious amount of damage output. All 4 of his abilities therefore contribute to your overall damage output. He is a damage dealer. Kingdom Eye saying, can I ask that you change the last build name to Even Older? I think about it. I'll probably forget.
Whatever Pazul is building, it is consuming huge amounts of power and resources. Shut his facilities
Let's just
down.
dash through these guys really quickly.
Just as it consumes me.
Oh, nearly fell off the bridge there. Nearly fell off the bridge, but I didn't, so it's okay. Have you ever seen so many dashes in quick succession out of Lavos? How many did I manage to chain there? Could you not do an Archon percent? What do you mean Archon percent? What? Oh, wait. You want me to slow down because you're not loaded in? Alright, I'll slow down. I'll slow down, yeah. Chog has a really slow loading speed, so we'll slow down.
Well done.
However, where is that? I don't know how there is a thing over here to grab, but I'm grabbing it. Yoink. Yeah, let's make sure that Chog loads in and then we'll go ahead. Derp hasn't loaded yet too? Derp's loaded in, I can see them. Once the health bar's there, they're in. Do we get the Pazul sarcastic voice line? No, I think that one is for mobile defense, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of crazy that Warframe has missions that you can complete before console players have loaded. It's a little bit mad to think about. For a build that wants impact procs, maybe using the non-impact damage type is a bad idea. EDM after this? Yeah, sure. We'll just make sure that Choc actually finishes loading in, and then we can go finish this mission. Oh, did it actually hit? Oh, I must have missed it. I wasn't listening. My bad. I don't really pay attention to Pazul because, just like he mocks Lotus, I just mock him in my head. Like, I'm Pazul, I say things. Oh, I didn't even notice this was here. Oh. Well, what do you know? Choc's loaded in. Perfect. I felt like a longer dash line used to. Oh. Damn doorway. Oh, I've got to even hack it myself. Got it. Yeah, it can be a case on PC too, but it's more pronounced on consoles. Because the older consoles really do struggle. Mesa for the excavation? Mesa, I wouldn't want to bring to an excavation. We want to protect the consoles. Dealing damage sounds good, but it doesn't give enough protection. It doesn't give enough protection. And I don't have a Mesa set up for crowd control, no. I mean, we could try and give it a whirl. I don't see it going well for us without a proper build already established. Let's see, what can I make of this real quick? What can I make of this? Do I have an empty build slot I can just dump stuff into? Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's try this. Do I not even have the augment? Well.
These offerings are pure.
Not that one.
These are a bargain, just for you.
Well, that's not happening. That's not happening. Red Veil? Oh dear. Yeah, that's gonna need, here we go. Muzzle Flash. After 6 kill assists by a player with shooting gallery, makes his next shot will blind enemies within 12 meters. I would need an extra 10,000 standing. Do I have any marks? Equipment, inventory, mark. Yeah, no, absolutely none. I've already used them all. No medallions. Zom saying they have an extra? Oh, okay. Zom is in the squad. Alright. Let's pop down to the dojo, do a quick trade then, Zom. We'll just bring everyone down. It should only take Chocodika about 2 hours to load, it'll be fine. We'll be safe. Please wait. That usually indicates there was a change of squad handler. Cross trade? There's no cross trade now. You'll be there tomorrow? Excellent, Pippi. Well, Zom's here. That's the main bit, isn't it? Let's get something for Zom here, shall we? Let's see. What items can I get for Zom whilst they've grabbed their bid there? What would Zom like? Let's have a gander, shall we? I'm thinking a small fish should do well. Oh, we can even get a medium fish. There we are. We've got a pair of fish. Got the mom and dad. Let's see. What else would Zom be in desperate need of? Because we know they need the couple fish here. But also, I'm thinking part of a robot dog. That's very valuable to have. Yep. They should definitely have that. Let's have a ganders. Ooh, some interesting bits and pieces. But Gonna have to be very careful about our pick here. Let's scroll a bit further down. Let's jump quite a bit further down. This is sorted by own. So let's get to the stuff I don't have a lot of. I mean, this I can't give Zom this because some people have 250,000, so that doesn't even matter. You demand ammo drums? Oh, I don't have ammo drums. Sorry, I'm all out. I am all out of ammo drums. Let's have a look here. Here's things I've only got one-offs. These are pretty spicy bits and pieces we've got here. These are pretty spicy. Imprint of Gunther. Yep, that's important. Can't join a crossplay dojo while being in crossplay squad. You can't? Oh, you could before. They must have changed that then. Someone must have been unstable on their end, so they said no to it. Mario Detron is apparently untradeable. I must have done. Oh yeah, I've leveled it up. You're not having my emotes. My emotes are important to me. You can't have them. They are very, very important to me. Let's see. Haven't I got that? Yeah, so you know what? You can have a Phantasma Prime blueprint. Who needs it? Not me. That's who. You can absolutely have that. Let's go back up to the 2s. Some I have a dupe of would be nice. Just so I'm not completely out of bits and pieces. Oh, you know what? The Deimos Crypt scene. That could be fun to take photos in. There we go. There we go. I think that is a fair trade, chat. I have rifled through my pockets for some assorted goodies of an interesting variety. I think this is a fair trade. In the absence of ammo drums, of course. Thank you very much, Zom. Because yeah, if we go into that mod now and go get that sorted out, I mean, yeah, I've got no ammo drums whatsoever. There's just no way I could have given Zom an ammo drum. So we just have to accept that. Well, let's upgrade that one there. What kind of pet was Gunther? A bad one. That was the reason I injected them with the imprint maker. There we are. Is my forming build still as in my guide? It's almost 2 years old. Well, it's almost 2 years old and was produced before the introduction of galvanized mods. No, definitely not. Most definitely not. It's still good if you haven't reached the end of the star chart, so you haven't done the new war. But after that, no. No. What species? You'll have to ask Zom. They have Gunther now. Or the imprint. I can't remember what Gunther was. Actually, I can just check here, can't I? Never mind. Gunther, where are you? Gunther, there it is. Not even fully leveled. Gunther is some type of Kavat. It's an Adaza Kavat. There we go. Gunther is an unleveled or partly leveled Adaza Kavat. The more you know. Right, let's start with that Orban then. Muzzle Flash. We want to get the range up on that, I presume. So we can stretch that. 17 meters sounds good. If we increase our duration, does that buff up the blind duration? It does. Oh, that's cool. Sure, why not? Why not pop that into there? Whilst we're at it, let's get growing power, because growing power is fun. Let's make sure I have plenty of energy, and do I go nullify because I'm scared of nullify being disrupted, or do I go for heals? Being able to heal myself is quite nice. I'll just do that one. I'll just go for that one. I'd want prime continuity. I've got prime continuity, but better because it's costs one more mod point, so it must be better. A good old rolling guard is always a nice idea on these kinds of things, just to make sure you don't fuck up. Although that said, actually, I might be able to just tank outright with adaptation. I'll do both. Why not? Why not? Let's see. So we got a bit of range going on. We got a bit of duration going on. Having enough energy max might be nice. So why not put on a... why not put on a prime flow? My arcane set seems to all be really good. Yeah, they got some good places to them. I should probably have some strength from here. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? I don't think this triggers off of Molt Reconstruct though, so I will not do that one. Let's go for Fortitude. We'll lose a little bit of duration, but it's fine. For the extra strength, it's worth it. And for extra strength, I might as well just go Intensify Mine, don't I? Although no Vitality on here might be a bad idea, but I'll be fine. Why not Gefenst? Because I have no idea what that word's supposed to be. Ramsha Footed? Oh no, I'm not going to be fine on that. I should be fine. I just won't let things knock me down. Maybe Augur Reach? What do I drop for that though? Well, I could swap out Intensify for that, lose a bit of strength. There's not a huge amount of strength to lose. Gain some range instead. Yeah, that should be okay. Let's give it a whirl. What's the worst that can happen, eh? What about Arcane Velocity? Do I even have that? I do not. On crit hit, chance for more fire rate. Oh well. Oh well. Damage output, heat corrosive. Yeah, that'll be fine. I don't know if that's even an appropriate build. I've never really looked into Mesa that hard, so sure. Can I show my default go-to Fulmin build? Yep, there you go. Cool, that should be enough time for a screenshot. If not, I'll go back in the VOD. Alright, this might go terribly, this might not, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out how terribly or not this might not maybe possibly go. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this. Woman build a Riv? What about Riven? I don't need a Riven on here at the moment. I haven't got around to forming or reforming my Foreman to adapt to the changes that have come out to enable that Riven to do what it needs to do, so I just don't.
Huge amounts of cryotic. Extract it before an armor can.
Hold up, I just heard a did I hear a wisp drop? I don't know what I heard. Yeah, I did hear a wisp drop. Wait. There we are. Chop's gotta go. Oh. Yeah, that happens, Scarcop. Deal with it. Also, let's just set that running. Might as well. Nearly 40 seconds on it, that'll be okay. How far do we need to go for these, excavation? Re-up that. I notice I am out of energy. I could really do with some energy if this game would like to give me some energy orbs, plus. Energy orbs would be most pog right now. What even was supposed to be the other thing on this stream? Thermia? Yeah, Thermia was the, once we're done talking about surveys and everything else stuff. Like, we got so much going on. And we don't need to get to it. Re-up that. Yeah, currently a little bit lacking on the whole energy front, but you know, it's fine. There's some energy, that's what I'm looking for. And of course, Limbo doing Limbo things. Limbo is an absolute godsend for Mesa. Mesa and Limbo practically in love with how much they synergize. Although I still need those energy orbs. That is most definitely a thing. Mesa is a very energy hungry frame, so... Yep, there went the energy, and it's back. I think Limbo's doing a lot more work than Mesa right now. I'll be quite honest with you, chat. Oh, that wasn't supposed to spawn. Well, okay, I guess I'll just immediately power that one up. Reactivate these. And I'm out of energy again. God damn it. Yeah, this build is not energy efficient, is it? This build is not very energy efficient at all. I would need a different source. I mean, Nourish could be a pickup here. Because that would also give me energy and viral procs. So that could synergize quite nicely, replacing the one, which I'm not using at all at the moment. That could do the trick. Oh, I did not realize there was a sentry right there. Oops. Just casually face tanking a tornado, as you do. I can tell you that the use of Prime Flow here was definitely a good choice. Definitely needing that extra energy availability. There went that blind. What range am I looking at? I mean, yeah, it reached out to there, but... I don't know. I think Limbo's doing all the work here, I'll be quite honest with you. I think Limbo is the one doing all the work. Maybe not all the kills, but in terms of defense, yeah, they absolutely are. So, now that there's Limbo not here, let's see what happens. How badly will this go and how quickly? Jesus, that was a tanky one. He did not want to move on. See them coming around there. I've not used lever action weapons all that much to really weigh in on them, so I don't really rate how fun or not they are to use. It's been a long time since I probably have. I perch myself here. I should get a good range on stuff. If they spawn. Yeah, Limbo's still got this on lockdown. Limbo strong. I don't remember using the belt. Literally, I just couldn't remember a thing about it. Just could not weigh in on that one. C is fully powered, so I'm just going to keep defending it for now. This little perch seems to be a good spot to catch a lot of the incoming mana. I can just stay here. Is my favourite frame still Lavos? Yep. Lavos is still a wonderful frame. Let me go grab one of these little power cells. Oi, and head on over to D, which hopefully isn't getting destroyed. I did notice it just take a bit of damage. Hopefully it should be okay. There it is. Give that a quick little whirl. And just put all the bullets I can down there. And we should be good. Oh, that is getting a little bit low on health and shields. What's happened there? Something got through. Nope. That would have gone through me quickly. Ah, laser disco. Yeah, that just wiped out the excavator. Goddamn laser disco sentience. They're powerful. There's another one right there. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with it. This thing has basically no health. And I am not on the thing that can heal it. But that is a slight problem. We need to make sure this takes absolutely no damage or it will die. What's my least favourite frame? Not speaking in terms of strength. Least favourite? Oh, Eurali. I would rather play Hydroid than Eurali. Except for the fact that Hydroid just doesn't have a place to be used, whereas Eurali does. But even then, I just do not like playing Eurali that much. Eurali basically lives and dies for her K-Drive, and I just cannot stand it. I just cannot. If you didn't need to rely on the K-Drive for her kit to be fully functional, then it wouldn't be so bad, but it's her damage resistance option. And technically mobility option. So I actually enjoy it even less than Hydroid, and Hydroid is poor. I realise there's something behind me. Yeah, the pick a frame request I used to more religiously take on, and that led to, I think it was like 5 Eurali picks in a row in the same stream at the height of it. It was clear that people were taking too many liberties with it, and that's why I made it very clear that I will just reject picks which are not made in good faith. If you want to troll a streamer, there are about 20 bajillion streams you could watch right now full of people who will dance any slightest hint of engagement. I'm not that kind of streamer. I don't feel the need to bend over backwards for every joke and meme that every sadistic viewer would like to bring to the show, as it were. I don't feel the need to stoop to that. Not saying it's a terrible way of existing, just saying it definitely does not fit my content. So yeah, that's why the Eurali picks and all of the Warframe picks are completely optional for me. You can request it, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to follow through on what's a ridiculous request. I'm taking a lot of damage. What from? Do not see what the hell hit me there. That's the thing. Do I enjoy Varuna? Yeah, Varuna was a fun frame. She's a bit awkward of a frame for me, especially as I prefer to use guns rather than melee. That kind of makes it a lot harder to engage with her fully. Oh, that block on me. I'll just roll out. Actually, I need to reactivate my abilities. But yeah, being melee focused means that I won't be using her much, but she is still an enjoyable frame. She's just not a big frame for me. Alright, we're done here. Let's peace out. Let's get out of this one. Which do I find more fun, Foreman or Glade Prime? Foreman. Glade Prime is powerful, but it's very one-trick pony. It's just that trick is absolutely god tier. Foreman, less powerful, but more fun to use. A nice Warframe down Twitch control randomizer. I'm not fully following their Daitai, but sure. You might say, wish that killing with melee would keep resetting a shroud buff duration instead of just once. I would like it if it was a little bit more forgiving in the time window, rather than wanting to spam cast it, frankly. Yeah. Do I know Lazar? I know of Lazar. I've never spoken to them. Gamble? Cheers. That was the last of my tea. There you are, Disaster Maker. Mesa for the excavation done, but I think we have Limbo to thank for that. I'm fairly certain we have Limbo to thank for that. Wisp definitely helping, but Limbo was the hard carry on that one, because in excavation, defense beats damage, quite frankly. Damage is necessary. Don't get me wrong. Getting all those kills definitely does a lot of work. But they could have done the mission without me. I couldn't have done the mission without them, I think. Certainly, I would have taken a lot longer because a lot more excavators would have gone pop. And I probably would have gone pop. Yeah. I don't think that's a Mesa build I'd bring to that kind of mission again now. Alright, we are now on to the Archon hunt. And this is, of course, Archon Amar, because we're on Mars. Gonna give us a Crimson Shard. It might be Town Forge, probably won't be. Probably won't be. Let me switch over to a more suitable frame for this, of course. More suitable build. I'm just gonna brute force it again. I've got a setup that worked. I don't need to vary it. I'm happy to do it. On a scale from 1 to 10, how excited am I for Fulmin Prime? To be quite honest with you, Mythic Spirit, I'm not sure how I can answer that one. Because I don't know if one is not excited at all, or if one is the complete opposite of excited, don't even want it to exist. Like, I don't know if it's a negative response or a neutral response. But to skip the scale factor for you, Mythic Spirit, because the numbers are meaningless without explanation, I am neither excited nor unexcited, or anti-excited or disexcited for Fulmin Prime. It'll just arrive when it arrives, and we'll see if it has things to be excited about. It's not like there's some shock revelation that there's going to be Fulmin Prime, and it's not like there is any guarantee as to what Fulmin Prime means. There's nothing for me to get excited about. It'll just, when it arrives, then I can assess what it has, and therefore whether or not to be excited about it, if that makes sense. I don't allow myself to become excited for things which I have no detail or information over. If anything, that's just setting me up to be disappointed. And I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. Let's just make a couple quick changes to the build here. Yeah, this should be fine as is now. Yeah, that should be fine now. If it ain't, we'll find out. Lee was saying, I know it's been asked before, but I can't remember. Why Felox deserve a Heck for this after all? I'm using a Felox with Zarta's Whisper specifically. The Kuva Heck works, but the Kuva Heck works with a different setup, which would be a more raw head focus or proud focus. So you want to be Rhino or Vara. I'm actually using Revenant, and Revenant works better with the Zarta's Whisper approach. So that's why on that one. Let's get this cracking. What's with Gloom is Kifraz? Yeah, fair. Bloom is strong. Bloom is strong. Hello, Joker. How you doing? That's a thing with regards to third-party mods in case of Warframe change loadout, such every certain duration, according to what Chow vote. Right, yeah, I get you, Dieter. Yeah, so an automated system, similar to like how you can get Minecraft mods and extensions where viewers can spawn creepers at random or things like that. You're glad that Warframe doesn't have it where you could all just collectively use channel points and vote your raid suddenly becomes my Warframe. And yeah, I'm also glad that that is not a thing, because that would suck. That would absolutely suck for me. Because people would troll it. I'm not here to be trolled. You want to have jokes, sure. But there's a difference between jokes and trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Unless they feed you, you know, I mean, like, someone throws a pretty stonking tip my way, I'm a little bit more flexible, but you know, that's because it makes the world go round, doesn't it? But just people who are trolling don't do that, so it's fine. Do I know if there's a troubleshoot for update failed in the launcher? There are troubleshoot options, but I'm not sure on exactly how to do them. Your best bet would be to Google your problem there, or check out the support page by D themselves. I wouldn't be able to give you direct assistance on that one.
He will close the distance shockingly fast when he creates duplicate.
God damn it, someone had already shot him.
Armed.
Someone had already hurt him. Get ready for as soon as he's vulnerable. Shoot that last one, please. Could be hard. Whenever you're ready. It's one sentient. Thank you. There we go. just waiting for that last one sentient to get shot. Oh, that's amazing. Let's just get everything dead down this corridor real quick. Thank you. Re-up Mesmer Skin as it's running a bit low. Re-up Zarters so I can continue to do stonks damage. Alright, you take care, ADM. You take care. Alright, head over towards B. That quick switch to melee, by the way, whenever you see me do it, even sometimes seemingly unnecessary, it reloads the Phalanx. In the time that it takes me to swing the glaive once, I just fully reload. Which makes it very easy to just slam through the enemies. I can keep up momentum, don't have to spend time reloading, get a full amount, ready to go. Also, Arcane Consequence on a headshot build is amazing. Alright, stop looking the other way. Why are they looking away from me? Look at me and shoot me, idiots. Because then I can shoot you in the head.
The demon is invulnerable. Take down his block first, then
I think saying Uncheated Archon Hunts are some of the best content in the game right now, which there's more stuff like it. I'm not a fan of massive invulnerability stages and your weapons being so severely flattened that the whole system we've been working towards of developing your builds being rendered mostly pointless. Yeah, it's a symptom of the design of the game and the lack of scale control, more than anything. But a lot of the mechanics feel very much either shut up and wait, or dodge this one Ultra BS thing, which I've never been a fan of in boss fights. I've never been much of a boss fight enjoyer in any game, actually. It's part of why I don't play Dark Souls and the like. It's why I never really got much into bossing in RuneScape. The mechanics of them don't really fit what I look for in a game most of the time anyway. But Warframe definitely doesn't break the mold on that. Warframe definitely does not break that mold. Which is fine, I don't play Warframe for the boss fights mostly. There is plenty of other content, and I found a way to get around this content despite the fact that the reward from it is so damn desirable. Works for me. Hey Foog, how you doing? Alright, I'm on location, ready to deal with El Acaron Arino. I thought there was something else. No, it was just roller. Never mind. I was hoping to get an enemy for a quick headshot. Here we go. Take you down. Getting a few of those headshots in. Just so that I have full power ready to go as soon as this thing decides to rear its ugly head. Shit, I missed. I was trying to get ready for where his head would be, and I wasn't quick enough. I spammed. And it went wrong. Shit. There we go. We're fine. We're fine. We got there. Slightly jumped the gun. Made it slightly harder than we needed to, but we got there. That was my bad. Trying to position, did not position correctly.
he is a mere trophy. Good job.
Now we can get out of here. Including bypassing any blocking enemies by just reaving through them because, hey, why not? Why not, you know? What's the one area of the game I hate playing? I have come to really dislike most of the open world stuff in terms of bounties and the Eidolon fights. They've never been a great thing for me. To each their own. To each their own on that one. No prediction? Oh yeah, we've got about that, didn't we? Whoops! Oh well. Oh well. It slipped everyone's mind this time. Just like the Tau Forge slipped us. Hey, we got a melee room mod, so it's a thing. It's a thing. GG's. Another Archon fight, thoroughly cheesed. I can fight the Eidolons. I don't have a 6x3 down, but I can fight the Eidolons. I am aware of the mechanics that are involved in them. And likewise with the orb fights, I can do both of them. I am not a speed runner of them, but I can do both of them to a level that I am satisfied with. But I don't enjoy them. I just don't really enjoy them, no. They're not my thing. Also, the chat server is apparently having its day. That's a thing. That is just a thing. Oh yeah, another Archon shard on the pile. Let me see, what have I got now in terms of Archon arenas? I've got a few installed in places here and there, but yeah, I got a few lying around now. You can tell it's the ambers I've been installing more than anything. A definite deficit over there. Yeah. You got a wolf sledge driven last week? Hey, nice. That's a good pickup. Alrighty, as I said in the opening of this, we've had a good old chinwag about the survey responses and how many people cannot follow the most basic instruction of do not estimate, just write what the actual number is. That was fun. 19% of people can't follow basic instruction. There you go. I should have seen that coming. At least I got another cup of tea. Oh, that is lovely. I do love my tea. I do absolutely love my tea. Yes, Soltrim. Yeah. Of course, there's like 5 out of 4 Warframe players are bad at maths. Something about that I can't quite put my finger on. Something about that. Ladybug. I've been won over by the casting speed enthusiasts. Single ambush shard will be given to Zaki for casting speed. Yeah, casting speed is actually really nice to have in a lot of cases. Like, I usually won't spare a mod slot for it because I like to push frames to what they can do and just overlook the casting speed. But like,
You
I think,
have
yeah.
excellent taste.
Here I put 2 on. Speaking of, what was that? Oh, hello. That's not what I'm used to hearing. That was a very loud ergo blast. Where am I missing on that one? Thank you very much. Buzzer... How do I pronounce this? Buzzer Tijaman? Buzzer Jiman? I'm going to go with that. Buzzer Jiman, thank you very much for the £10 tip there, my dude. Appreciate it. That is absolutely rocking. Cheers, man. I don't know why that did not show up on my main screen. That confused me for a moment. I clearly got to fix the settings on that one. That didn't actually pop up on my main side here. Whoops. But my dude. Cheers indeed. That tells me I need to fix something else. I wonder how long that's been broken for. Thanks for all you do for the Warframe nerds that don't want to read stuff. I mean, fair. That's absolutely fair. It's more than reading, of course. Like, some of the stuff I dive into, I wouldn't expect anyone to really want to dive into. I cover it because it's the uncoverable. As a very broad way of putting it. Like, how many people would really expect to tease apart the first ability of Varuna like I did? That was just a first ability in itself. What was that? The buzzer, you're absolutely welcome, my dude. Cheers. Am I ending? Oh no, I've not ended yet. Oh no. I'm just taking a brief sit down to talk to you guys. Like, this isn't one of those streams where it's constant Warframe gameplay, because the vast majority of you aren't here for constant Warframe gameplay. The vast majority of you are here for what I have to say and do for you, and the gameplay kind of fits that, so don't worry about that. Just because I'm sat in the Arsenal, we're not over yet. So what are your questions, Jaso? What are your questions? Penguin said, wouldn't have gone and done the testing to figure out Railjack stuff? Oh yeah. I've got a nice neatly wrapped, almost full coverage 4-part guide for Railjack. I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. I'm definitely happy with how that has turned out. I know that D added in the elite crew members after I put out the initial video on crew members, but, well, the addition to that guide is, yes, there are elite crew members, they function mostly the same. Here are some bonuses they get, read the wiki and pick the one you want. Like, it's a 15-second edition. If you need me to tell you that, you're probably struggling. It's, I'm fine with those videos where they are. I don't need to make any change to them. They're absolutely rocking. I was surprised I didn't see a more... how to put it? More variety in the weapons when I researched them, but hey, there it is. Is it also because your voice is nice and soothing? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys might be surprised as the amount of time I spend actually going through my audio recordings, cleaning them up after recording. Because, like, I don't know if the microphone's going to pick this up properly because of the settings I have, but that sound is horrible. I know I put that right to the microphone there, so I apologize, because I've just said it's a horrible sound. Why would you want to hear it? But that sound, which you get in the middle of words and sentences, all kind of cracks and squelches and slips, I don't clear them all up. I can't. Not if I want to get a video ever done. But I clean up a heck of a lot of the audio, all kinds of little bits and pieces that slip through that aren't caught by my initial filters. I also go through the audio to get rid of any kind of sounds or hums as much as possible, re-record bits if I've had a cargo pass that was louder than I thought. And also to go through and get the timings right the way down, because when I'm here with you guys, I speak very much just freely in myself. But for a video, that's not good enough. It's just not. So I carefully go through to make sure that the timings also feel good to listen to. It's a big part of how I do the videos. It's a big part of the composition of them, to make sure that that flow is there. So that doesn't... You get some YouTubers, they'll do a video and they'll have harsh jump cuts. They'll be talking about one topic straight on to the next one. And you get... it's jarring. I hate it. Or ones that are like, so, we'll be talking about this bit here, because we're going to the... So we're going into the Arsenal. I'm like, can you just get to the point? It's finding that ideal pacing. Or at least as close as I can get it, considering I never went to any school for this. This is all just self-taught. Or learned through online guides and whatnot. And I can change tiles to 20%? Oh, no. Everyone's fine on 19. We've done the numbers. Welcome to say, oh, howdy, just found a YouTube channel the other day, glad to caught stream. How's it going? Welcome in, my dude. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube enough to come into a Twitch stream. Yeah, it's going well. Jay's is saying, first question is, when you're using the Tenno's power to give you energy as well as a little bit of ability power for a short time, does that extra power stay with you after the timer is up, or is it only whilst you're in it? Good question. That is actually a very good question. Because the ability itself doesn't make it clear. You're obviously on about Zeneric here, and it is the Wellspring, Hardened Wellspring. Use your first ability inside a Wellspring to increase its size, boost its duration, and grant 20% ability strength to those inside. You wonder, does that mean those inside for the duration of the bonus? Or those inside whilst inside? And to my understanding, I believe it is those inside whilst inside. So if we bring out, let's bring... It would be the best demonstration of this. Who has a nice clear strength demonstration? I wish we should have a good one. Whatever. Wukong will be fine. Wukong is fine. Actually, yeah, because the hit points on his clone should call it out, I think. Let me demonstrate this. The hit points on the clone should call this out nicely. It is whilst inside, but I'm going to demonstrate how you can be clear about this stuff for yourself. Because just saying it, if I can demonstrate it, It's not something I've pointed to in a video before, so yeah, let's demo. I'm in a positive mood today, chat. I've done my ranting about people who don't know how to read. So, we've gone with this build. Normal cast of this, we get 1170 health on the clone. Goodbye. And if I do just a single cast of that, which is no strength bonus, we can see again, 1170 on the clone. But if I add in the strength, and you see him shove that in, the clone is now 1350 health. But if I step outside of that, it's 1170. That's even still up. I can go back into it, and it's 1350. When I leave the bubble, it's still 1350 because the strength applies the ability on cast. This applies even to continuous abilities, it stays on cast. But recast, I'm outside the bubble's even gone. It's back down to 1170. So the strength is only whilst you are inside the bubble. Only whilst the bubble is there. That one clears that one up for you. Shows up on the boosting game. Yeah, you can also see it on the boost tab, yeah. This just makes it very, very clear that you can see the 20% hardened wellspring vanishes when you leave it. Just make it absolutely clear that's not a UI glitch, it definitely leaves. Because UI glitches are UI glitches. There's a tiny green screen artifact on my top left. Oh, thank you for the heads up on that. Let me get off of that. Let me fix that real quick. Let's see. Oh god, that's not a... Only one side. What's blocking that? No. This side. That get knocked. Why is that happening? Hold up a sec. That's ugly. Oh wait. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's there. Never mind. Oh come on, what's causing that? What is causing that one? That one's annoying me. Reset the camera settings. There we go. That seems to have got rid of it. Ay, 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 ay. Tech. Tech. Did I read a message that came with the cyber, by the way? I don't know if I actually did. Let me recheck that. Maybe I didn't. To celebrate my achievement of farming all the frames, and because it's so nice to see you happy, you're the bubbliest person I've ever seen you in this stream. Endorphins from a massive spreadsheet, I presume. You know, flying thoughts. Firstly, thank you. Secondly, congratulations on farming all the frames. Thirdly, you know what? That's actually really curious that you've used the word bubbliest. One of the first jobs I ever applied to, one of the very first I ever applied to, they invited me to a group interview, and god, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I don't like group interviews because a lot of the time they just come off a bit cheesy, frankly, a bit time wasted. It's like, are you really getting much out of this as an employer? Really noticing what you need to notice? But sure, why not? They turned me down. They turned me down for the job. And the reason I was given when I asked for feedback is that I was not bubbly enough. That was the reason they gave me, that they were not going to hire me in that shop. A shop where, quite frankly, I don't think I would ever have described anyone working there as bubbly. They turned me down for not being bubbly enough. Which I think is code for, sorry, you don't fit the demographic we want, but we can't say that. So it's interesting you use the phrase bubbliest there, Flowing Thoughts, because I mean, that's quite a thing. Maybe I've just gone, you know, a lot better over the last, oh god, 13 years since then? Okay, it's been 13 years. Jesus Christ. What on earth job was I applying for? It was just a retail job. Front of house retail. Nothing special to it whatsoever. Could I describe what bubbly means? I think Google's going to do a better job than me. Let me... Bubbly. Of a person, describing them as full of cheerful high spirits, a bright and bubbly personality, similar to animated, lively, spirited. Just, yeah, basically that. Lord Smelly Socks paid 100 spanners for this dumb highlight. It is pretty dumb, isn't it? Because it actually matches Twitch branding, which makes it a little bit less of a highlight than it could be. It also, funnily enough, because I use Twitch dark mode, I've got the text set to white on a nearly black background. Twitch highlighting it in bright purple actually makes it harder for me to read a highlighted message than a non-highlighted one. It says, there is a message here to read, but we don't want to make it easy for you.
Magical.
Hope this helps too. More bubbles.
My thoughts, I mean, 100 bits absolutely does help too. Absolutely. More bubbles indeed. Thank you very much for the continued support. Here's my dude. Absolutely appreciate it. That's why it's even funny now you've told me. It's just... Some design choices, they look brilliant on paper until you actually look at them and it's like, hang on, wait. We're putting white text onto bright purple background. Is this the smartest thing to do? I'd say maybe not. Like, for example, I have all of your username colors turned off. You'll see in the chat that appears on stream, you'll see that the username colors pop up for whatever color it's set to come through. I don't know if it's your choice or Twitch's choice or what. Because I think you can choose, but I don't know if that comes through to my overlay. But on my chat window that I use, I have all of your names set to white so that I can read it on the near black background of my Twitch chat feed. Because if I had the random reds and yellows and blues popping up, it genuinely makes some of them hard to read for me. So then the highlight comes through and it's, well, okay, I tried my best. Brilliant sending group interviews for front of house retail. I can see the point. Works well and team stands out, but yuck. Yeah, it's yuck. It's yuck. I have had many a group interview for front of house retail over the years. The ones after that first one went very well. But yeah. I still find it funny. The one time I was in a down state. I was definitely in a down state. You know, I was still in the throes of depression. That was not a good time for me. But through some external motivation, got off my arse and put out 5 CVs, or resumes for those of you in the States. 5 applications, as it were, for retail jobs. Retail and retail adjacent, you know, working front of cinema is basically retail, let's be honest now. I put out 5 applications in one day, and then went on holiday. Went away for a week. During that holiday, I had 2 calls to interview, and on coming back, I had another call to interview the day before one of those interviews, another call to interview a day after one of those interviews, and then about a month and a half later, the 5th one finally got around to asking if I was still looking for a job as well. I'm like, no. I applied and got a job already. Nice try, though. All 5 called me back. I was like, nice. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thanks, world. Throw me a bone. I'll take that one. Not always been the case. I've had plenty of CVs just completely ignored or occasionally rejected, but that was a nice time. When I was feeling really, really down, to get 5 responses from 5 applications, that was a good pick me up right then. I needed that back then. That was a tough time. Jason saying, second question is, when you fuse 2 of the same Cuba weapons, does the percent it have go up in addition, or does it take the high number of... Okay, so how does it go up, basically? Yeah, how it goes up is it takes the high number and it multiplies it by 1.1. Functionally adding on 10%, but to make that clear, it's 1.1 times higher than the previous one. So say if I grab a Kuva weapon now, here we go, my Kuva Tsar. It has 31.2% bonus right now. So if I were to fuse this with another Kuva Tsar, then if the other one had lower, this would go up by 3.1%, because that is 10% of 31.2. So this would go up to, 34.3%. If instead the other Kuva Tsar had a higher percentage, say it was a 40%, then that one's bonus would be the starting point, and that would go up by 1.1 times. It'll go from 40 to 44. So that's how it works for all valence fusions. It takes the higher of the stats and then multiplies it by 1.1. I'm about to say, just had my first job interview in over a decade yesterday, and I'm getting forwarded to the second round. I'm not sure if it's a company I even want to work for after doing some more research on them. Oh, I've been in that position, Raptor. I have been in that position. And it's never a nice one. But you know what's amazing, Raptor? Is that gives you ammunition. That is a liberating position to be in, because now that you're not that concerned about the job, if you find yourself in a position where they are offering it to you, they're not just asking about you and learning about you and assessing you. You can really assess them. You should be doing this with interviews anyway. You should really be using your interviews to look into the business that you're looking to work for. But you can take it that step further, because regardless of what position it is, if you don't really know if you really want it, if that company doesn't seem like the greatest fit for you, make them work for it. Ask them the tougher questions. Why is the position empty? What led to the position becoming vacant? How would they describe a workday? What would be your typical workday? Get those tougher questions in. Get them to really expand on what the job is actually going to be like. And when it comes to salary negotiations, you can negotiate. Whether it's hourly or salary, you got some talking room. Because at the end of the day, if they say no, it's just going to be this, well, that's no change from if you said nothing at all. But if you pitch for higher, they might accept it or find a middle ground. You have power. You have genuine power in that interview if you find you're not really that into the job or that into that business. Because if you lose it, if they walk away from it, then hey, what did you lose? Something you didn't actually really want. It's kind of a sad position to be in, because you want the job. Ideally, you want to apply for a job you want. But you've got yourself a situation which you can potentially get more out of than you might expect. At the very least, it takes some of the weight off your shoulders. And I hope that is the case for you, Raptor. I really do. And I hope you find what you're looking for. Would retail fall under solving practical problems? I guess. Is it known what subject or field of study you chose or absolved, or do you keep that private? Oh, you mean at university? When I went to university, I studied geology. I've never used it vocationally, but that's what I studied. Yep. Plucky saying, I had to cheat with CV spamming. I used to send out dozens of CVs to different companies. I'll call them all a week later and say, oh, I've had a missed call from private number. Wasn't sure if it was your company, as I sent in a CV last week. Got me 12 interviews. I mean, just following up on a CV can work, but that's an interesting play. I will say it's a bit of a cheeky play. But just following up on interviews in the first place is a good shout. It's a bit of a cheeky one, but you're not lying. Well, you're not lying about what they've done, because they can't refute you receiving a missed call from private number. Everyone has that. So yeah, I can see that working. Mostly, just following up on a CV submission is a good idea anyway. Following up because you think you may have missed a call, good shout as well. I think that's a good line to have. Just don't overdo it, of course. Certainly, stick to that as the only fabrication, nothing more. Penguin saying, what the other fun question you asked is, what's the turnover rate like and why? Might be a little bit too confrontational to go at it from that. Depends on how you feel about the company. Might be a little bit too confrontational. You want to focus on the position, unless you're going into a management tier thing. If you're going in at a doer's level rather than a manager's level, asking specifically about the turnover rate and why might be a bit too confrontational for an interview. That can get someone's back up. And put them on the defensive, if nothing else, and that doesn't lead to good negotiations. You want to explore the business, not attack it. If you want some good interview nines, I'd love to help the team achieve the yearly KPIs. There's interview speak. Interview speak. Hate it. Hate it. Honestly, I genuinely hate corporatisms and interview speak on that level. Just That someone's aware of the term KPI? Cool. I always strive to help the team achieve their KPIs. You mean you do your job? We want to reach those targets. Yeah, everyone who's trying to do their job should be doing that by default. You're not impressing me with that. Not impressing me. Just say, asking, well, wait, has more sense because I have a 23% brown, but you should have a 25%. Don't think they go down to 23. Hey. In any case, yeah. If you are looking to get a Kuvra Tenet weapon up to 60%, by the way, just want to make a quick break on Jazo's point there. If you are looking to get a Kuvra Tenet weapon up to 60%, especially if you've got a low percentage at the moment, do not valence fuse them straight away. Hold off. Save yourself from it. I'm being dramatic because it's fun, but the point is that if you valence fuse straight away, you might be making it take longer. Oh yes, you might make it take longer by valence fusing straight away. Let me explain. I've explained this before on stream before now, but it is still a very, very important thing, and I'm sure many people here do not know about this. Let's say you get, over the course of the next 3 Kuvra Brahmas, you start out with a 25%, your next one is a 25%, and your next one after that is a 40%. You get lucky, not crazy lucky, but you get lucky, and you get yourself a 40% on the third one, okay? Should you level it first or form it? Oh, if you're valence fusing, you don't need to level it. If it's one that you're just fusing into another, you don't need to do any leveling on it, no moon. That's fine. Just level and form with the one you're actually using. So, this is what happens. If you have that 25%, and then you valence fuse it with the other 25%, let's put that as the plus, then that will lead to a 10% increase on 25%, which is 27.5%. And then with your 27.5%, you valence fuse it with your 40%. 40% is the higher of the two, so you'll end up with a 44%. After those 3 Kuvra Brahmas, you have a 40%. And this is the wrong way to do it. If you know that you are going to be farming up another Kuvra Brahma, you see you've got a 25%, you're like, well, I'm going to have to get more anyway. Don't take it out your foundry. You can if you want to, but it will take up a slot, so just leave it in your foundry. Go get the next one, because here's what happens now. You got a 25, a 25, and a 40%. Well, first you start with the 25% plus the 40%, and that will give you a 44%er. And then you take the 44% with the other 25%. It adds on 10 percentage point, 10% or 1.1 times of the higher amount, making this 48.4%. Basically, by doing it this way, this Kuvra Brahma right here, or this, any of those weapons, is completely wasted. Going up to that 27.5 did absolutely shit all for you. Because as soon as the 40% came into play, that was the one that was working. So do not valence fuse these until you are ready, if you can hold on to them. If you're just grabbing an extra one, you're not going to go through multiple farms for a while, then fine, whatever, do as you do. I have valence fused stuff less than 60% because whatever, I'll take the extra bonus, get it out of the way. But if you are farming to 60, do this properly. Do this properly. How do the elements transfer if they're different? Pippi, you get to choose. So if this one was a cold one, and this one was a toxin one, and this one was a heat one, then at this point it will ask you, do you want cold or toxin? And you pick. And then whichever one you picked here, you'll be able to pick that one or the heat one. Likewise here, you pick cold or heat, because those are 2 we're working with. And then onto this one, you pick whatever you pick from there, or the toxin one. You get to pick. It's fine. So to make it clear just how crazy this can be, let's say... Yeah, let's say you get 25%, 25%, and 50%. Just like that, but we got really lucky. Your third Kuvra Brahma, it's a 50%. You're like, oh my god, this is huge. Well, if you did it the as you get them way, then fusing these two would have given you a 27.5%, and then fusing it with this one would have brought you to 55%. But doing it the other way around, 25 plus the 50%, you get 55%. And then the 55% plus the other 25%, you probably guessed it already, you hit your max of 60%. Boom, you're done. Here, you'd need another Kuvabrammer. Here, you're done. Mission complete. And it's that simple. So, hold on to them. Because of the Valence fusing process, you'll need a maximum of 10. Because if you got only 25%ers, or only your percent or lower the entire time, starting at 25%, you'll need at max 10. If experience generally you want to fuse the largest pair first. Not largest pair, Mythic, just the highest one. You take whatever is your highest percentage, and you start working with that one, and fuse everything else into that. And up you go. That's all there is to it. You don't need to do some crazy mathematics to figure out which is best and where and how and why and when's. 25% is the minimum you can get. 10 of those, you're at your max. But if you hold off until you've got enough pieces to get you the max, you might get there a lot faster than you ever hoped. A lot faster. Because like, again with this whole 40%, if you'd gone 25 and 25 and then you got another 25 to push this up to, what would that be? 27.5 times 1.1 gives you a 30.2. I mean 30.25, but it rounds it. I don't know how the rounding fully works on that, but it doesn't matter. And if you did it again, so fourth Kuvabrammer, it would be a 33.3%. And then again with the fifth Kuvabrammer, it's now a 36.6%. Yeah. So if you had it happen like that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kuvabrammers to get to 36.6%, and it's still less than that 40% that could turn up. Which means 4 of those 5 would have been completely wasted if you then got a 40%er. 4 out of the 5 would have been completely wasted. Don't do that to yourself. It'll pain you if you have that experience. 2 high percentages together do not matter. It's all about which one's the biggest one. Soldier saying, if you end up with a spare, like you say 3 times 25, then 50%, is there anything valuable to do other than sell the spare? Well, you won't be able to sell the spare, Soldier, because the whole point is that once you get to that 50 that pops up, you go, oh, great, I'm sorted. But by that point, these 25%ers are already in your foundry, so they're pointless. They would become pointless at that point. But that's okay, because they would have been pointless anyway. They would have been pointless anyway. So if you are farming up a Kuva weapon or any Valence Fusion item to the maximum value, you are intentionally trying to get it to the max value, then hold off on Valence Fusing them until you have enough to take the highest number of whichever one you've got to 60%. And that will make sure it works for you. Is this the kind of thing you might consider doing YouTube shorts about? I could consider it, yeah. I do have a list of things which I might do YouTube shorts on. It's just, with the focus I put into my longer form videos, they take up so much of my time already. I've not given time to doing the shorts. Also in the past, YouTube's way of presenting shorts has been worse. They've improved on that. So I've got more reason to do shorts. I may do some throughout 2023, but it's not a huge focus at the moment. The myth-busting videos are kind of where shorts would be, but I'm able to get even more than a minute into each myth, if you see what I mean. Is it time to wrap up? Right up against it, really, aren't we, Flowing Thoughts? We are, unfortunately. We are running up against that end of the day, as it were, which means if you haven't already grabbed yourself a ticket for the Platinum giveaway, you should probably do so. Give yourself a chance to win it. This is where I can't read chat for the next 2 minutes, as everyone spams ticket. Dead Pippi saying you could always get the same weapon with a different element for the sake of having multiple build options. Yeah, you can do that as well, Dead Pippi, absolutely. You can do that too. It would take a lot more former to get them to a suitable level, but yeah. What happens if you get Mega Lucky and get 2 50%ers at the beginning? Nothing. All that matters is the highest percentage that you have at the point you start Valence Fusing. That's all that matters. Suspension sit, please. Is this a suspension? He's more of an infusion than a suspension, but... We had so much data to talk today, it was a joy. I'm glad you enjoy it, Ladybug. Glad you enjoyed it. If the bot tells you too many tickets, it means you already have one. Don't worry there. Lots of my sucks saying, don't normally watch streams, but the short time I was here, it was amazing. See you another time, hopefully. Absolutely. Hope you come back too as well. I always hope to make sure that time here is time well spent, whether entertained, learning, or a little bit of both. Sometimes I get ranty, especially about bagels. They are stupid. But yeah. If you get 250% of the same weapon, you cry. Actually, if you get 250%, when the second 50% comes up, get it to the point where you've almost dealt with the literal sister, get them to final confrontation, then just hold them there, and see if you can find someone who wants to buy it off you. And if they do want to buy it off you, you go and convert them and sell it to the person. And if you can't find a buyer, you just claim the weapon then and sod it, call it a day. So if you do get a second 50% like that, that's value. See if you can sell that. You want to hear the bagel rant? No one wants to hear the bagel rant. No. Nah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I'm past that. We don't need to go on about how stupid it is to have a sandwich with a hole in the middle. Like, what? Why? You don't need to put a hole in the sandwich. You just torn a chunk out of your sandwich. What is the point of this ring sandwich? Most fillings are not ring-shaped. Most fillings do not neatly go into a little circle. There is no point for this. To hold it better? I can hold a sandwich just fine, Chocodika. What kind of hands have you got that holding a sandwich like, oh god, no, this is a problem. If only I had a hole in the middle of this. What are you, Jesus? Just want to be able to look through your hand and your bagel at the same time? Wow, that's a strangely religious attack right there. Excuse me. Bagels are dumb. And so is that joke. Are you missing something? The bagel is. It's called the middle. God. I really made that joke. That's terrible. Oh. Excuse me. I can't take that one back. That's a live stream for you. Well, there we go. I think it's about time we do a platinum giveaway, don't you? I think it's about time we do a platinum giveaway. Let's close that one there and see who is going to be the winner of today's giveaway. There are 75 wonderful entries there. Some number of you may not be able to read, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to be able to read, you just need to be able to understand. The winner today of that platinum giveaway is Absolute with an underscore. Absolute. Congratulations, you are the winner of today's platinum giveaway. I will be sending you a message shortly here on Twitch to get a hold of your Warframe username and platforms. We get that sent on over to you, or if you're here at the moment, just send me a message here on Twitch and we'll get that sorted out. Direct message, of course, not just in the chat. But congratulations, Absolute. I have to say it that way. It's just it's a fun word to say. To everyone else, thank you very, very much for joining in. Especially thank you to those of you who have subbed and bitted the stream today. You guys are absolutely awesome. It is because of you that I'm able to continue streaming, to continue bringing you guys the content that you will enjoy. At least, if you're here right now listening to this, I assume you enjoy it. If you don't, why are you here? But to those who do enjoy and support the stream, you guys are legends. Thank you very, very much on that there. But unfortunately, as I say, that is all that we got time for today. That is all that we got time for. I've got to get on with, sleeping, as it's more data crunching tomorrow and turning not only the surveys, but everything else into what I hope is going to be one of the most impactful and useful videos I have made. Period. I think this one is going to be an absolute stonker. At least I really hope it is an absolute stonker. So you can look forward to that. I'm not giving spoilers as to what it is as yet. You'll just have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, you can look forward to that. It's not coming out right now, Chocodika. I've got to finish making it. It's not right here right yet. Got to wait for that one. There's a lot of work to do on it. But in the meantime, we do need to find another part of the Warframe community to give a raid to now, don't we? Let's see who we can say hello to. Raid Neoness? Well, they were in here earlier, weren't they? That was nice of them. They were in here earlier. Do I have an estimate on when it will release? Probably weekend. Probably on the weekend. Late weekend. It's a big project. I mean, I didn't just take a survey from 1,200 people to just bang something out in 5 minutes. Yeah, this is yeah. Alright, so someone suggested we raid over to the Neoness. Yeah, we can do that. We can raid over to the Neoness. Let me load their stream on my side, just so I get past any adverts that may or may not be in the way. But there we go. The raid is up. You wonderful, wonderful Tenno. Thank you very much for joining in once again. I will see you on Friday for whatever the supporters decide over in the Supporter Tea Lounge. Those of you who are newly subscribed, well, any of you who are subscribed, make sure you go to Supporter Tea Lounge, check the pin message, vote on Friday's stream. Your vote matters. Last stream, it was won by 1 vote. So literally, you decide what is up on that stream on Friday. But that is all from me today. Thank you very, very much for joining in. And I will see you on Friday or Sunday if you want to skip the variety stream. I know you do. I know some people do. I'd rather you didn't, but hey, whatever. You're probably out having a social life on a Friday night. Fair enough. Until then, catch you later. Bye-bye.